you just leave it all the time on. So it's kind of annoying.
So does that mean that if enough LGBT people stream Dwarf Fortress, then it will by default be LGBT?
I don't know. I'm not sure how they decide what tags go on something. Oh, OBS, please. No, OBS, I need to... Oh, you know what? I don't... There we go. Okay. Ooh, that is not...
Oh, everyone has opinions on how
that does not look nice. Let me rectify that a little bit. A little better. Okay. It's time for LGBT peeps to take over Dwarf Fortress. Huh? Can I put my phone, by the way? Are you sitting on it? You're sitting on my phone. Okay.
I'm sitting on my phone, but also yours.
No, it's just because my laundry's in the dryer, and I'm gonna have to pick it up in 10 minutes. Why would I want to restart? Because of the resolution. What do you mean? Oh, it'll look different. Also, I can do this if it's too small, so don't worry too much about it. This is just how Dwarf Fortress is. Okay, actually, let's start.
It's readable, right?
It's probably readable if you look at... I could make it... Let's just load...
We can tell people what happens.
Let's load the game first. I'm sure it's legible in full screen. But I mean...
If you have a good enough...
If it's not legible... When you fudge the resolution, Dwarf Fortress and renders in half the window. I mean, it seems fine. It seems to render everything for me.
How does it look now?
Anyway. Right, so, first things first. We have new dwarves.
When did that happen?
I don't know. It must have happened after we decided to stop. But we have new dwarves. We have a woodcutter. Like, all the ones who don't have a name are new.
Oh, right.
So we have a woodcutter, we have a gem cutter, a glazer, I don't know what that is, a stone
It's like when you make pottery, you glaze it.
Oh, okay, so it's not an ice cream thing.
No.
Too bad. The fishery worker, didn't we have those already?
Well, we'll just have more.
I'm just confused, because it felt like we already had those, or...
But so, the jobs there are just like whatever their highest skill is.
Right. It's not what they're doing currently.
Yeah. So I think our fishery worker has other skills.
So that's a lot of people to name. Let me open up the chat in a pop-out so I can look at it more easily. Okay. And y'all are getting drafted. Alright, so Diane, because you're here, you're the first one who's getting drafted.
Did anyone die yet? No, not this fortress. Everyone's still alive.
No one died yet.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know which... I'm really sorry, I don't know... Like, I could check each dwarf for what gender they are, but I think it would take a long time. So I think we're just gonna, you know... go with the flow. Anyway, that's Diane the Punk. Okay. Who is a woodcutter. Very, very lesbian. Who else do we have? Did I put Bella as a dwarf
Yeah,
in
I think
here?
Bella's in there.
Yeah, Bella Dante. Bella's in here.
The expedition leader.
Yeah. Who else do we have? We have, Nico Majoko, or I think it's just Hitome. Wait, oh my god, interface. Customizes? Why? Why? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, I see we have a bread mage. I'm kind of going randomly on the names. People that I recognize that I know have been here before.
Like special VIP perk of this channel.
Yeah, if I've seen your name before, you get You get in the name thing. Great.
Get to die as a dwarf.
You get to die as a dwarf. That's what I don't know. So, whoops, not what I meant to do. Whoops. Okay. I think we're gonna have. I don't have a lot of people in my chat. Whoops. Tonight, so I think we're gonna have.
Oh, maybe we can wait until more people come.
I mean, if more people come, I'll just rename more dwarves.
Okay.
Why? I cannot get used to this interface. It is impossible. Alright. V. Y. C N. Just two more.
Do we have? Are all these people online?
The names here are the names of people in the chat. There's always the possibility someone's watching and not in the chat. So, you know, people watch without necessarily...
I do that because I don't have an account.
Yeah, there you go. And this person... I think we have exactly the correct amount of people. Although, I'm sorry, I think the dwarves called Bud Bat. I think that's a bully nick. Like that dwarves is getting bullied for being called Bud Bat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dwarf. Okay, so let's just take a look
What
at
happened? What happened last time?
Well, I mean, last time we made, I don't remember if you were named. I'll name you the next dwarf.
Yeah, there'll be more dwarves.
Yeah, what are they doing? So, we made this fortress.
It's pretty cool.
I have a question. There's only those parts of the farm that seem to be,
So I think that's because, this is our first plump helmet, and we only brought that many seeds.
Okay.
So once they get harvested, they'll produce more seeds.
Automatically?
Yeah, well, so if you brew them or eat them raw, not if you cook them, which is why last time we disabled.
I think it was like by default already disabled. No.
No, unfortunately, the vegetables you have to disable.
Oh right, the seeds were, but that's
seeds
not
are disabled by default.
that's a veggie.
But if you cook the whole mushroom, it cooks the seeds as well, which I guess are spores.
But why would you not harvest them then cook it? Are they not able to do that?
I don't know. It's Dwarf Fortress.
Okay. Well, you know, for a game that supposedly goes very like deep into everything you can do, I'm finding a lot of restrictions.
I mean, it lets you do a lot of things, just not that.
Okay, so we made an office for Bella, the expedition leader here.
So we have a manager now.
We have a manager. We did that last time.
Yeah, but we never used the manager.
Oh, what?
We can use it now.
And we have a common dorm.
Pretty empty so far. But we have more dwarves. Maybe we should.
We have more dwarves. We should build more beds.
We can use the manager.
How?
So we have 7 beds. How many dwarves do we have?
How many dwarves do we have? 16?
So we have to build 9, 11 beds.
7 plus 11.
Yeah, I'm a computer scientist.
No.
I make computers do math.
9 plus 7. We have 7 beds, and we need 16, so we need 9 beds.
Okay, I was right.
You were right. I was trying to just shut
Okay,
you down.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. Maybe I just want extra beds.
Well, sure. Although they.
Question: if 2 dwarves are married, are they sharing a bed?
So I know they do sometimes, but I'm not sure if they do that in like common bedrooms. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
it does happen though.
Well, that's my laundry.
Oh.
So we need more beds.
Yeah. So let's use the manager.
Right. Okay. So
So
how
if you press U
you
and then M for manager,
M
then you can create new orders with Q.
new orders? What is
and then
this?
you can just type bed,
Construct
construct
bed. Okay.
enter,
Enter.
and then you can set how many you want,
So 9.
and enter again. So now you have an order for construct bed. And on this screen you can like, make orders like that, but you can also do later like cool stuff like whenever there is like raw plant formats, make them into wine or stuff like that. So that eventually like your fortress kind of runs itself through the manager and you don't have to do anything.
I'm gonna unpause to see what happens. Where are all the dwarves?
They're probably inside somewhere, right? Oh no, they're there. We never created like a meeting hall.
Alright, so they're... What? Woodworker cancels
need logs.
Need logs. So I need to tell them to chop wood?
Yeah.
Can we do that with the manager too?
No. That has to be with this, like, this thing. Please.
What's the point of a manager then?
Because you have to say which...
Okay, so we're out of wood. Is
Yeah.
that it? Yeah, it doesn't... Well, we have a lot of barrels.
Yeah, but they're all
Oh,
used.
thank you, JetBranch, for subscribing.
I think they're all used, because those are, like, the ones in the food stockpile. But if you look at your furniture stockpile, it only has some
Right.
empty bins in it.
How... Can we know what's in the barrel?
Yeah. If you... Well, it says they're dwarven ale.
Okay.
Also, if you find one that's, like, food or something...
It's rum, wine, beer. We have... Oh, single grain. Okay.
Oh, no, that's... Wait, what?
Single grain...
It's beer also.
Oh, it's still beer.
Uh,
We just have alcohol.
No,
we
no.
have nothing but alcohol.
well, maybe.
Anyway.
If you press enter on a barrel, though, it will show you the more detailed contents. You can do that with the bins also.
Okay, so we need more wood.
Managers exist to oppress the working class on behalf of capital. That's true. In a capitalist society, that's true.
I thought the manager was just there to make ordering around, like
Well-
to make it easier for or anyway.
In this case,
Anyway,
it's debatable
look,
what kind of if
look.
there is extraction of.
I'm
surplus
just gonna
value.
tell them to chop down trees.
Uh-huh.
Sort of like
I like bread mage.
chop down trees. How do I?
Rise up, dwarfs of the fortress. You have nothing to lose except your chains and maybe also your lives due to a crocodile attack or something.
Look.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna kill any nobles that show up, right?
I am completely fine with socialized dwarf
Yeah.
dwarf society. But if I can make the manager, like everyone's gonna have access to everything. The manager is just here to do the paper,
Yeah.
to simplify the order paperwork of who does what. But the manager doesn't necessarily get. Well, the manager has an office. Maybe we should give everyone their own room.
Sure, we can do that.
We should do that, like, because the whole dormitory, that's kind of.
I mean, a lot of societies, have common bedrooms, but.
But wouldn't-
the manager works for the collective, right? Like they work for all the dwarves. They don't work for a boss.
Okay.
There's no shareholders.
Okay,
And
so
it's
I'm gonna
central rational planning of the economy.
I'm gonna get my laundry because that just rang.
So did you just leave me with all the internet people?
Wait, yes, I'm leaving you with all the internet people. You're free to manage the fortress if something dire happens, but otherwise don't do something crazy.
Okay, so I have to entertain these people now.
You don't have to be entertained.
Well, so yeah, it sounds like paradise except for the crocodile attack. This one doesn't have crocodile. That was the first fortress we did, which tragically ended in... I think there was one lone survivor, but everyone else got eaten by a crocodile. So, personally I think the next steps of this fortress should be to make a dining room and a barracks for soldiers. But I'm supposed to be teaching Pauline how to play this, and I don't want to get too far ahead while she's away. So maybe first I'll figure out how to use this keyboard to change levels. Okay. English United States. There you go. Okay. So how about what's this ore here? Let's mine some of this. You know? Give them something to do. So how about for now, I'll just designate a meeting area here inside where the actually maybe it should be maybe yeah, let's just put it here. You know, where we put the trade depot, just so that they don't hang out outside and get eaten by whatever lurks out there. Not crocodiles this time. I think it's a different biome, but I don't want to take any risk. Meeting area. There you go. Now they're hanging out here.
Alright, did anything break?
No, I made a meeting area for the dwarves.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so the meeting area is just the trading post?
yeah, I just made it there.
Okay.
Because eventually we're gonna have a dining room.
Okay, yeah.
But I didn't want to start that way.
That's a goal. I have a second load coming in 45 minutes, just FYI. So, but anyway. So, the order of beds. Oh, the beds are here. Okay.
Some of them.
Right, so I didn't have to redo the order of beds, or?
No, that's the cool thing with the managers.
Okay.
It stays there for as long. If you just put the order on the workshop, it disappears if there's any problem. But with the manager, it stays there until it's complete.
Why is it not? Nope.
So I was mentioning probably the next two things we should do is dining room, barracks.
What did you do to?
Oh, sorry, I switched to the English keyboard because I was confused. It's okay, you can just switch back.
I told you to not do anything.
Well, it's all reversible. Oh, also look, I made them mine if you go down, I made them mine a vein of green metal.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure what it's used for, but there's a screen where you can see that.
I don't know. Is it jade? Is it like?
No, what do you want? Well, let's do that, and then we'll check what it is.
Okay, I wanted to. So is it just normal?
I think it's copper, but yeah, sorry.
Is it just normal in dwarf society to sleep in dorms?
I mean, usually it depends on the player.
So, would it make
Usually
them?
I give them common bedrooms, but a lot of them will demand like isolated bedrooms.
How
The nobles will, but not just the nobles, because if you have like a like mayor later when your fortress
question.
gets
Can we
bigger.
build walls?
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
or if I just wanted to put back like,
Yeah.
Stone.
Yeah, you can. Well, it's never gonna be stone though. It's gonna be like a built wall.
Right, but we can do that.
Yeah.
So it has to be built in the masonry first?
No. I can show you how to do it if you want.
Okay.
So you can be...
because, like, so giving them
say
individual rooms...
It's true they're happier. It's
okay, well, I want to make my dwarves
Yeah.
happy.
It's just different strategies, right? Like, I usually give them an amazing dining room to make them happy. But...
We're here to make the dwarves happy.
Yeah.
I am not here to talk about strategy.
Okay, but so it depends, right? Because individual bedrooms make them happier, but also if you have a common bedroom and you put a bunch of super valuable statues and decorations in it, then they all benefit from them. So it's like it's.
But then they don't have any privacy. How do they fuck?
Well, I mean, they don't mind. It's like it depends. I'm not sure.
My dwarves need privacy. My
Okay.
dwarves are getting privacy.
I'm not
We're
sure.
Going to do...
I'm pretty sure they do it telepathically. Also, like unless that was added in, I'm pretty sure they just like have sex, like at a distance.
I don't care how the game,
Yeah.
you know...
Yeah. Let's do. See, 2x3 rooms. That's
All right.
that's decent.
Designation, mine.
if you want to be fancy, you can also give them chests and cabinets in their rooms and.
So we have. Oh my God, we have 16
dwarves.
2x3 is 2x3 enough? That seems small.
It's a bit small.
Like, they need like. Eventually, we're gonna want to give them some furniture, right?
You can make them like 3x3 if you want.
We'll make them 4x4.
Wow.
What? Am I too nice to my dwarves?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
It's okay.
I want my dwarves to be happy. That is not 2x4. How do I cancel that?
That's you can press X to remove the designation.
We're gonna start because we have 7 beds right now, so we're gonna start by making.
I mean, we have more beds upstairs also.
I know, but we're gonna start by making because it's gonna take a while, you know.
Because a thing also is like with the common bedrooms,
we're gonna have to move this bed.
Like if you don't have as many beds as dwarves, it's okay because they can just use any one of the beds when they're tired. But with individual bedrooms, they become homeless if they don't have one.
Right.
When you had the like dwarven economy, the rooms would be like owned by nobles, and the dwarves would have to pay rent to them. That was pretty bad.
No, I'm not a fan.
That's why people killed the nobles.
See what we can do. What we can do is that we can put the rooms all around, and this can be the common room.
Yeah, that's good. There can be like a common room for like recent arrivals that don't have a bedroom yet.
And yeah, we can leave some beds. So I think we're just gonna start with this for now. See how fast they go through.
You might want to build some doors, and maybe if you want extra furniture also.
So manager. Yeah. So new order. We want doors. Construct.
So rock is at the bottom.
Rock.
You can construct singing metal door.
What's that? Is that a door that sings?
No, it's door made of singing metal. What's that?
I don't know. What's that?
I don't know. What's that? Also,
is this a joke? I don't get it.
Twinkling metal.
Okay, wow. We're making rock doors, and we're making. Well, for now we need 6.
It's a secret. You might find out.
New order, and we need. What else do we need? Making doors.
Do you want furniture? Because they like to have cabinets and chests in their rooms. Because they couldn't put their stuff, their like personal property.
Go rock cabinet.
People don't know what the special metals are.
We'll do
8. I'll just say they're very fun.
I imagine. Well, they're all in rock. We have as many rock as we want.
You can make coffers also.
Coffers. We'll do. Sure. Well, I don't want too many things.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, like, there's lots of rocks, and anything your mason builds.
No, it's just that
gets them experience.
Right. So. I guess. Yeah, we can just change the priority of all these things if I just want to do something else, like halfway through.
Totally.
Is the game supposed to tell you when new dwarves arrive and we just never notice?
Yeah, at the bottom here, there's like all the messages. Also, actually, when there's new arrivals, it pauses the game. So maybe we just like didn't notice.
I think we're just really.
I'm pretty sure it also moves the camera too. So I think we just didn't know what we were doing.
Possible. Are they not doing it?
Oh, let's check out what that metal is.
Oh, I'm paused, Kevin.
You press K.
Okay.
I think clicking also does the same thing. It's
malachite. Malachite.
But I think that's copper, but we can check. I'll show you how to check.
Okay.
You press escape to get it. Yeah. I think it's in Z.
Z.
And then if you go to stone, there's
question.
Yeah.
Why do we need magma safe rock?
Oh, because it doesn't melt in magma. So if you want to build walls that are safe from magma.
if you want to build near a volcano?
I mean, if you dig low enough, there's always magma. That's the difference between magma and lava.
Hold up. The crust on Earth the crust is like, I know like proportionally it's thin, but it's still pretty fucking thick. Like I don't think anyone went.
Well, I don't think magma is guaranteed that you'll find it, but let's see, magma is totally.
Okay. Question: How?
No, but magma is great because you can build magma forges, and then you don't.
How realistic are we going into the fact that you would like self-combust in the presence of magma?
So, like some things are pretty realistic in Dwarf Fortress, like the melting points of all these like dozens of different types of rocks are very realistic. The magma is kind of magical magma.
Okay.
But it will burn you. It's magma. But like for example, it never cools off, I think. Like it can just like.
That's interesting. It's just.
Well, it cools off if you pour water on it or something.
But air is not cold enough.
No.
So can
magma
dwarves
is only dangerous if you touch it. Yeah, I think that's
can dwarves like stay near magma?
I mean, I think they'll
do their clothes self-combust if they're close to magma?
I'm not there's a whole temperature system. I'm not sure exactly how close you have to be to the magma to start.
That's the answer to every Dwarf Fortress thing. Is there's a system.
Yeah.
There's this. Can you do this? Can you do? There's a system.
Yeah, it's like it's not.
There's an entire.
Okay, but let's check what malachite is.
Okay. Well, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, build your doors.
Okay. Where are the? No, that's gonna be in building, right? Building. The doors. We're gonna.
But magma, you can make all kinds of cool shit with magma. Because, like, building magma-safe magma channels, for example, and pumps, lets you, like, make magma-based defense systems where, like...
they haven't made all the doors yet. Okay, that's fine. We can probably put the beds down.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome when they combust. Like, pretty realistic. Like, you don't see anything, but...
It's pretty realistic.
But it gets simulated.
You don't see anything, but it's pretty realistic.
Like, I'll just say, it's not just rocks that have melting points.
Build. Bed. B for bed. And we'll just put them in the corner, I guess. Doesn't matter what wood it's made from.
It does matter, but...
Oh, do they like certain woods more?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's individually they have preferences.
Well, okay, so do we have to assign them rooms, or will
No, they'll do that on their own.
Okay, so they can just pick what bed.
You can assign them.
I can,
but if you leave a free bedroom, they'll just pick one.
Okay.
That's free. One.
So.
But you do need to define the bedroom once the place is.
Yes, I know that. I remember.
So do you want to? Oh, they're coming.
Oh, there we go. I want to finish this.
There's someone has like a pet bird or someone. I think.
A pet bird?
Yeah, like one of the dwarf has.
How do you know? Wait, hold on. Units, pet livestocks.
It's the blue peachick, I think.
Oh, blue peachick. And they named it.
Yeah, it's called. Idem.
A small forest bird, the male style creates an extravagant display for females. At night, they roost in the trees. He is short and very fat. His feathers are blue, his skin is brown, his eyes are black. It's a... Hold on, okay, so I have... Where did I...
Oh yeah, we can look at the portrait.
I have this thing.
Chunky burb.
So how does that work?
So yeah, we're gonna look at this thing called Dwarf
But
Portrait.
I don't know how.
Fetch info. If you click fetch info, it's gonna.
Is it?
Oh, I think it's doing it. I think it's.
I'll let it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so.
Oh, spoilers. It's showing you things that are on the map and that you shouldn't know about. There it is. It's there. It's there.
Is it? I don't see it.
At the it's like this. Isn't that blue? Yeah.
Oh, blue peacock.
Its English name is pitch torrents.
Okay, so how do I?
So
portrait.
There you go. You can show it to the people.
It's not quite.
Oh, it's so cute.
Okay, so this extension to Dwarf Fortress is supposed to draw the creatures.
Yeah.
It's not quite what I was expecting.
So it does it based on like the
description.
Well, the like systems that are being simulated, like
so it's
all these body parts. Are
because it's chunky. It has this is not that doesn't look like a. I guess those are wings.
This is how Dwarf Fortress internally represents the bird. Like all these body parts are like the body parts that it uses to simulate the bird. Let's try some other people.
Okay.
Let's look at what.
Hold up. I want to see the dwarves. So
yeah.
that's Raving Loon.
Look, they all have their own like personality.
I mean, they're all kind of the same.
Where are their beards? It doesn't show the beards.
Maybe the game doesn't know what.
This is Dr. Hospital. This is.
They're all kind of the same. It's just they have different proportions.
Their faces are different.
Oh, is that a new dwarf? Hold up. Huh? No, never mind. I thought oh. No, okay. I thought I saw a new dwarf, but no. It might have been a merchant.
Yeah, or...
Okay.
Can I see what some of the other animals look like in this?
I mean, sure. We're not gonna look at this all the time.
Oh, this is a rhino?
Okay, so let me just put that back on for the chat.
That's a rhino.
This is just a person in like a silly costume.
Let's look at the pig.
The pig is a much smaller.
Yeah, okay, it's not the best. Because it's basically like, all it knows is like, okay, a pig has a tail, it has legs, it has, you know...
Yeah, I'm a little... I mean, I guess I should not have,
Okay, don't look that.
I guess I should not have expected too much, but I'm a little, like, disappointed by what, like, how much this... The
tiles are better.
This extension does. Anyway, I think probably the doors are ready now. Oh, no, we're still missing doors. Okay. Okay, well,
The rhino from Spider-Man. There's a rhino in Spider-Man?
Yes, it's a Spider-Man villain, the Rhino.
I don't know much about American comics. I know there's a goblin in Spider-Man.
There's a lot of goblins. There's a Green Goblin, there's a Super Goblin, there's the other Green Goblin, there's the Ultra Goblin. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's too many goblins.
Oh, they're sleeping.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
By the way, we have sound because we're using this thing called SoundSense.
Oh yeah, one of the extensions that I got is called SoundSense, and it comes with music and sound effects, which I thought would be better than the constant guitaring that we had last time.
Which I love, but, you know, it does get old.
After a while, I need something else, you know.
All the music in SoundSense is, like, open source.
Free copyright? Or
yeah, royalty free. It won't, like, Twitch won't flag it.
Yeah.
I think there's even some tracks that were made, like, by Dwarf Fortress fans for Dwarf Fortress, and that have lyrics in the dwarf language.
Okay, how extensive is the dwarf language?
It's real.
Is it as extensive as the Klingon from Star Trek?
I don't know. I don't know Klingon, but I think
they made Klingon into a real language. Like, you can speak Klingon.
Yeah, you can speak the dwarf.
You wouldn't want to, but
the question is, like, is it just like basically English with the words changed, or is it like a different language in a deeper way?
Klingon is a different language in a deeper way.
And I'm not sure if the dwarf language is. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just a cipher, it's
I don't
not...
know.
What was I doing? Mine.
It's
right.
basically just nouns.
I wanted to do more rooms. This is working so well. Oh wait, no. We'll actually just make the room big. Oh, but then the beds will all be. I'm sorry. I'm trying to decide what I'm doing.
Oh, you can define the rooms now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
'Cause the door doesn't need to be placed for you to do it, but the bed does. Or just need to be designated.
Okay, so right. I click on the bed, and
Yeah,
then...
nouns, adjective, verbs. The language. What else do you need? Who needs adverbs or pronouns?
This one, bedroom.
Is a verb?
Hmm?
This Belladante knows all about the dwarf language.
No, that's Klingon. Klingon doesn't have a word for... Klingon doesn't have a word for be.
Hmm.
That's the thing about Klingon that everyone tells you about.
Is it like some reflection of their culture?
I guess? I don't really know. The Klingon culture changes from Star Trek series to Star Trek series.
But they always are all
And
the same,
What do you mean?
right? Because in Star Trek, it's like a whole species is like everyone is the exact same culture. No? Like all the Klingons are like, you know, they have the same personality or something. No?
No, it really depends
Oh, okay.
on who's writing the episode.
I see.
In Star Trek Classic, they were kind of just like token evils,
Right.
token bad guys, and eventually, because they got popular. Oh, this is the dwarf language. Okay, I thought this was a thing about the Klingon language too.
Your cabinets have been completed.
Cool.
Cabinets is N if you're looking to place them.
And cabinet. F.
Oh, it's F, sorry. What is N?
I don't know. So we'll just put the cabinet on the other corner.
A lot of languages like that word. Some languages have like multiple words for this, right? Like in Spanish.
Or
there's
French.
Ser and estar.
Yeah,
But in French it's just être.
probably. I'm good at languages.
One is for something that you are in your essence, and the other is for something that you are right now.
Mm-hmm. I haven't spoken Spanish in freaking decades. Okay. Question: Can rooms in the fortress, like if you dig too much, can you have a cave-in?
So there are cave-ins if something is not connected to anything else. There used to be cave-ins based on like kind of architectural, you know, just things, you know, being stable and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that got removed at some point to be reworked, and it hasn't been added back in yet. So right now you can build like giant rooms and they won't cave in. But as soon as that's added back in and you load your fortress, then everything will collapse. But it's been years since that was removed, so
Right. So anyway.
But there can be cave-ins if something becomes like completely disconnected, then it will collapse. I was incredibly into Dwarf Fortress when I was younger, and I still remember. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress is old now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were born, when did Dwarf Fortress start?
When did it start becoming like a thing?
I mean, it started getting pretty popular very soon after it started, right? But it was a very different game back then. It was 2D. There was no third dimension.
Yeah, tell me that.
Do you want to check if the dwarves picked the rooms yet?
Huh?
Like
How do we...
If you press Q or this, or an owner, nobody.
Nobody...
I guess it's like when they get tired, they'll go and pick a room, and then it'll become their room.
Yeah, they haven't picked any room yet. 2003. Well, yeah, that's pretty old.
Oh my god. Old. It's a great game. Personally, I think the creators of this game, I mean, they're having problems with money because they live in a horrible country where, you know, money for healthcare.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think they're like, you know, like they're like life choice of like dedicating their life to working on Dwarf Fortress. Something that I admire. They're living the dream.
They're living the dream, and
They
okay.
just, you know, they don't care about making a game that like will sell a lot or that like
We have a bunch of dwarves who are just not working.
yeah. So you know, they're also not doing anything because they don't have any fun things to do because there's no dining room.
We should make a dining room.
Yeah. Don't you want to check what that medal was though?
That's what's with.
Press Z.
Oh, nice! We got a kitten.
Yeah, we got some kittens.
A cat made kittens. Ah. Okay, so what do you want about the
Fizzy.
medal? Malachite.
Yeah, but we can check what it does in the stone screen.
Okay, so
Press Z.
Z.
And then stone. And then you have like the economic stones and the other stones, and if you scroll to malachite, it will tell you like what it does. So when they're green, that means they can be used to make like masonry things out of.
It's copper.
Oh, it's copper. So that's good. Copper is useful metal.
What do we do? What do we make with this?
If you have tin,
don't bump
oh,
the
sorry.
table because
the microphone.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you have tin, you can make bronze, which is good for weapons and stuff. And
If I have
you don't-
tin.
If you don't, you can make other stuff.
What's tin?
Tin. Tin
No.
is probably like what's the ore of tin called? Oh, you can use zinc also and make brass. The ore of tin is called cassiterite, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, that's right. Which is magma safe. So. If we dig deeper and deeper, we'll find other metals.
Yeah. But you won't find like all the metals on your map, so it's kind of a gamble what you get.
So you have to just sort of trade.
Trade or just do with what you have. Like for example, the last fortress I did was lots of gold and silver, but nothing actually useful.
Yeah, because gold and silver are useless.
Mm-hmm.
It's shiny, but
So
What-
my fortress
what
is
is-
very rich, but
oh, okay.
yeah, that's the sound for like an order has been.
What's this? It makes It makes an actual Windows notification, which freaked me
Really?
out. Yeah. which was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay. So, dining room.
Yeah, let's make a dining room. Let's make it in rock. Not in
Okay.
dirt. But like
But okay. So we're eventually. I want to get rid of this. Like, I want to make this the dining room. So we
Sure,
have
good idea.
to unassign the beds.
you
Or
can
like,
remove them. If you press Q. Right. And then press X. X for remove building. Deleted for removal. And you just do that in every bed. You can do that on any building.
And then what do they do when
They,
it's
they
like?
come and pick it up and they put it in the furniture.
So that
stockpile.
is this room
Yeah.
going to? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I want this to be the
Sure.
the dining room, and then I don't know what this is gonna be.
But remember that like the whole thing could be the dining room. Could be one big dining room.
Yeah, I guess. But are there like other rooms you can make? Like
Yeah, you can make.
Interesting.
You'll have to make a temple eventually, but also remember that it's like, well, actually, we can use the barracks for that. I think. I was gonna say if there are no beds and all the rooms are taken.
how about a library?
Yeah, we can make a library.
You know, I want them to have things to read.
Yeah. Temples, I think are like kind of a need that the religious dwarves have. Like they get frustrated if they can't worship.
Oh, we can make them a temple if they.
Yeah.
Do we have to make a temple per god or?
You can, but you can also make like a ecumenical temple. They'll just be like less impressed by it.
One temple per god. That's a lot.
Well,
How many gods are there? There's too many gods.
it's procedurally generated.
Right.
But you can check like what, because different civilizations will worship different gods or whatever.
So how do we make this dining room?
So you need chairs and tables.
Chairs and tables. Okay, so chairs made out of
Chairs are thrones made of
thrones,
rock,
right?
and tables are tables.
So manager, tell me. Okay.
You should make your dining room fancy, so maybe you can add statues. Also, maybe your dining room can also be the tavern, and so you need like.
Is that a different thing?
Well, no, it's like a dining room can be made into a tavern, basically.
Okay. Well, let's start with the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We want some thrones.
Rock throne.
Okay, rock. Do we want? We could do. Is rock the only thing we can do right now?
I mean the other stuff will be like a lot fancier, but
Anyway.
let's just go with rock for now.
How many? Like, how do we just? How do you organize it? Do you just do like throne table, or?
It's kind of how you want it. The throne just needs to be next to a table for them to actually.
But how do it? Like, do they sit near each other, or how does it work?
They sit at a like they'll use a table to eat, and they'll sit at a throne that's next to that table if there is one. But then you can kind of arrange the tables and thrones however you want.
Do they? Can you have one table with two thrones, or does that work?
Yes,
not work?
but they can't both use it to eat on. So like.
Okay, I know how I'm doing this. We'll start with 10 for now, and
There should be the same number of thrones as table.
and then Q, table, rock.
And I was gonna say, if you want it to be a fun tavern, you should also like give some space for dance floor, like empty space. You
Dance
can
floor. Dance floor.
But right now, you kind of have a problem, but you're gonna fix it. But like right now, if the six rooms get taken by 6 dwarves, the other dwarves have nowhere to sleep.
Right. I mean, we're gonna fix that soon. That's why we started making more beds. We're gonna make this the best fortress. Okay, well, we'll have to make more rooms. No. How many dwarves?
I think if you have barracks and a hospital
16, so
with
that's
beds in them,
12. So we need 4 more.
maybe you can have a few more also to plan ahead for the next.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea.
Libraries are fun. Like, I think your fortress can be perfectly viable without any, but they're kind of my favorite thing to do because I'm a nerd, and I love the books in Dwarf Fortress. I love their titles, and I love when they write books about other books. Best thing.
Do they have like book reviews?
Well, they write a book that's like a takedown of some other book or something.
Okay.
It's pretty great. Big room in the center.
Yes. I don't know.
That should be our dining room.
Yeah, that could be the dining room.
Gonna need more doors too. Right?
A lot of them are drinking.
That's good. Oh, you know what they could use? They could use goblets for drinking.
What are they doing right now?
They're just like drinking out of.
What?
Mhm.
What do we make the goblets out of?
You can make them out of stone.
Not wood? They don't like that?
You can make wood, but wood is like
Do
rare.
you have glass?
Yeah, you can make glass.
Do you need sand to make glass?
Yeah, sand, and if you want to make clear glass, You need potash, I think. It's actually pretty complex.
God.
Sand is like some luxury stuff.
Oh, jeez. It's always something. Right. Can I? Is there like a way I can tell them take all the rocks in there and put them in the stockpile instead of like?
No. When you make a stockpile, they bring the nearest stuff, but you can make a
Rock stockpile?
Yeah, you can make a rock stockpile, but then they just take the nearest rocks and bring them to the rock stockpile.
But eventually they'll bring those.
Yeah. But we have one already, it's just tiny, right?
Right, we could make a big rock stockpile.
Sure. One thing that we should do eventually also is make a refuse stockpile outside the fortress. Because right now they're just leaving the trash around and it's gonna smell bad.
Oh. A refuse stockpile. Wait! We need to be... Can we not recycle?
Well, I mean, for stuff like when your cat kills a rat or something.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know...
Can we... Okay, does that game not have a system where you make that into compost?
No, because no, there's fertilizer, but you can't make it out of.
Okay, refuse stockpile.
But there are uses for that. For example, if you're a necromancer, you can.
Excuse me, hold on. Go back.
Like, you know, if
what about necromancers? Tell me about the necromancers.
If a necromancer gets near your refuse stockpile that's full of bones and dead bodies of various animals, then you'll get a bunch of zombie parts.
Okay, where do we put that?
Yeah, you need a spot for 7 mongoose teeth. It's true.
What? The yak bull is starving. What?
Okay.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Pause.
Are we not
Pause the
feeding our yak bull? It is paused.
Okay. So, what happened is, like, I moved the meeting area inside, but we did not set a pasture area outside, so all the animals are hanging out in the meeting area. But it's
so
okay.
The animals are not eating.
Yeah, but we'll just make an eating area outside.
So we need to make an eating area.
Yeah. Just you can use if you press I. Oh, we didn't do that in this fortress, did we? We didn't make like an area for them to. We do that in the crocodile fortress?
I think an area that's just stay here.
No, for like picking fruit from trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. Oh. Let's make an area that's both a pasture and for picking fruits from trees.
Okay, how do we do that?
First, let's look around what the different trees are and find if there are any fruit trees.
Okay, I sort of cut a bunch of them. But...
Yeah, that's okay. If you press K, and then just like click on the trunks.
Durian tree.
That's food.
Macadamia.
That's food too.
Macadamia. Dates.
Whoa.
Willow.
Willow is just.
Willow. There's a date tree here. Pomegranate. Ooh, my favorite.
There's lots of fruit trees.
Orange.
So
they have some more oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I could just make a zone.
Yeah.
See, can I like?
Oh, there's some near the.
Paradise nut. Willow trunk. Can they drown the river?
Yeah, but they're usually smart enough not to do it.
As long as there are no crocodiles.
Yeah, usually like it's like something
or alligator
pushes them or something.
Okay, so I could like surround all these trees.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I do that?
So it's I.
Right.
And then you can just like I think we did that in the first fortress. Just kind of create a square that like passes all of them.
New activity zone.
Yeah.
So do I place?
Sure. Well, maybe you start in like one corner and you end it in the other corner.
Okay. Is it?
Who's winged flashes? Oh, that's the alligator that killed us last time, right? No, it's okay. This is our long-term goal.
Can I not make it bigger than that?
To send an expedition to kill that alligator.
Not make it bigger.
No, that's the maximum.
Okay. Well, so, that includes a lot of.
Yeah. So you can actually set it as a fishing zone if you want, because there's a river there.
So it's a fishing zone.
You can set it to gather and pick fruit.
Gather.
You can set it to pen and pasture.
They're not gonna run away, are they?
No. Well, yeah, but
No, well, yeah.
It's like whenever they'll run away, a dwarf will like get as a job to bring them back there.
So should I build like a fence around it?
I mean, that will like be less work for your dwarves, but at the same time, it's like at this point we just want them to eat. Like it's no big deal if they run away. Like a dwarf will just go get them.
So the zone is set.
No. Go back. Yeah, because we need to assign the animals to it. Sorry, I'm like moving everything right now. So yeah, it's capital N. So you have your list of all the animals. You can move up and down with plus.
Oh my god!
And you wanna put. This is like one of my least favorite parts because it's annoying. You wanna put all the grazers in there. So bulls are grazers. So like if you press enter, scroll down. It's too bad they're both males because we can't.
Duckling? No.
No.
Boar? Is boar grazer?
Boar, I think so.
Is the rabbit a grazer?
Let's say yes to be safe.
Rabbit, just go hang out.
But the birds are not. You can have them indoors and they'll eat bugs or something.
Yeah.
And then they'll lay eggs.
What about... Should we have a dog with them? Will the dog keep them around?
No, dogs are okay, like roaming free.
But I was thinking maybe the dog will keep them around. No?
No, you can make war dogs and you can make hunting dogs, but you can't make shepherd dogs.
What? This game
I'm sure it's it's on the to-do list.
It's on the to-do
I'm sure that like Saint Bernard dogs that save you from avalanches are also on the to-do list. With like dwarven rum in a little barrel.
Okay, so is it done now?
Scroll down just to be sure there are no more animals. There's kittens, but that's okay.
Yeah, the kittens.
So now the dwarves will bring the starving animals there.
Okay. Okay, and we want a garbage zone.
Yeah, that's true.
So, question: is garbage is gonna pile up?
Yeah.
No,
Sorry?
that's not eco-friendly.
No, but it's like eco garbage. Like a lot of stuff like.
Okay, so I don't want it to be too close, right? Because that'll
you can recycle most stuff, really.
That'll look bad for the visiting tribes, right? We'll just put it like somewhere around here.
Sure,
probably.
but keep in mind your dwarves will have to do the trek every time, and if they're like,
okay, here,
dangerous animals, they'll just.
There are no animals. This place is safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, things can wander in and out. So maybe the wall for the animal should just be like big wall all around the map. Okay, yeah, and you can set this as no, actually that's not what you want, sorry.
What do I want? There's garbage dump.
Yeah,
it's right there.
So garbage dumps is like you can designate any item individually to be dumped, and then it will go to the garbage dump.
But that's not what we want.
But that's not what you want. What you want is a refuse stockpile, where everything that's counted as refuse will automatically be brought there.
Of course.
So it's a pile.
It's not a zone. It's a pile. Okay. So
refuse.
What is refuse? I don't see.
It's R.
Oh, refuse. Okay. So and we can make that as big as we want, I guess.
Yeah.
This is fine, right?
Yeah. And so they'll just bring like.
There's already a body of something.
Basically, anything that will like make miasma, if it decays inside the fortress, will be brought there.
If it makes a mess, it goes in there.
Yeah. Which you'll get a lot of eventually.
Right. Well, they're all.
Oh
busy.
yeah. Remember about step ladders for your fruit pickers.
Step ladders.
Because otherwise, I don't know if they just don't pick fruit or they try to climb and hurt themselves.
Do we need to? Okay, so we'll just open the manager. And we'll make an order of step ladders.
Yeah, you don't need like more than 3 or something, you just need
step.
I think those have to be out of wood. They can't reach the fruit.
Make wooden step ladder.
Yeah.
Because there's iron and...
Yeah, but we don't want to make like, we can make it out of
3. I'll put the priority up because we want them to like have them as soon as possible for safety reasons.
Well, apparently they just don't try if there's no step ladders. But I know that climbing is a skill and that sometimes they climb trees. And sometimes they like jump from branches.
Wow, look at all the garbage.
Oh yeah, there you go. Do you want to see what it is? Because all that stuff would have decayed inside and like created all kinds of gross stuff.
Oh man. So mussel shells. Oh, it's just all the mushrooms. Hamster remains. Oh no, someone. Large roach. What the hell?
Those are like vermin from your food stockpile. Probably your cats killed them.
Oh, that's good. So that's good that we have cats.
Yeah, yeah. Because otherwise they eat your stuff.
The hamster too, I guess. The lizard. That's a lizard. Yeah. So this is mostly mussel shells. So when they eat.
I think the mussel shell can actually be used for crafting.
Just gonna zoom in.
Like I think you can make an armor out of mussel shells. By the way, in real life, don't craft things with mussel shells, because the mussel shells actually accumulate all the like heavy metals and toxins that are in the ocean. And an artist recently had like all this like poisoning symptoms and didn't know why and almost died because she was making art with mussel shells.
Bad. Sucks.
So don't craft things with mussel shells. In Dwarf Fortress, though, mussel shells are safe because there's no pollution.
Oh, that's my laundry. Alright, can you finish setting this up?
Sure.
I'll just get the laundry.
I'm gonna finish setting up the bedrooms. Put some doors in. Oh, we need more doors. Those are some fancy bedrooms. These drawers are gonna be happy. Some of them have cabinets and others don't though. Okay, let's see. How many is this total? Whatever, we can never have enough doors. Just like 12 doors. "12 cabinets. Do we have more beds? Yeah, we have more beds. There you go. Someday they can have statues and stuff. Yeah, maybe we should have statues in the dining room. This is why I like having one big dining room, because you can make it like super well decorated with statues and stuff.
Okay, so now you can fold the laundry.
And then they all... No, sorry, I'm only doing things in Dwarf Fortress.
No, Joachim, you can fold the laundry now.
Here.
That's my corner.
Oh, okay.
You sit here. What's the point of inviting you if you're not even gonna do my chores?
I'm here to spread the knowledge and the good word of Dwarf Fortress.
We have... At this... Door. We need more doors.
I built a few. I mean, I ordered a few.
Throne, table, door, cabinet. Okay.
Almost done with the thrones and tables though. Maybe we should make some statues. For the dining room. To make it fancy.
Statues, you say? You order at... Okay, so what... Can we make them out of the weird metals we found?
But we haven't found any deal. Oh, we found malachite.
What about bronze?
You mean
or copper?
But we need to smelt it. Right now it's just like ore. It's just rocks.
So how do we do that?
We need to build a smelter. And we need to have something to fuel it. So we might need to build a wood burner. Or what is it called?
Does that burn a lot of wood?
Yeah, it burns wood to create coal. And then we can fuel the thing with
Sounds complicated.
You can also find like mineral coal. Wood furnace. Yeah. You can also find mineral coal. Or you can dig down to lava and use the lava to fuel a smelter, which is basically free, sustainable energy. Clean lava bit. It's geothermic.
Do we have any kind of
no carbon footprint?
What's it? Gypsum plastoba?
Yeah, we
Giant-
brought that when we came.
Oh.
It's for the casts, if they ever need to have a cast.
The anvil. We haven't done anything with the anvil.
Yeah, that's normal. Anvil only useful when you start crafting stuff with metal. Such as statues.
I have limestone and diorite, but I guess they're similar.
Limestone, by the way, it's an economic stone. By default, it's used for making things out of. But if we have iron, we can use the limestone instead of making things out of it. We can use it as flux to make steel.
We don't have iron.
But we also need coal or coke or something. The whole process making steel. But it's like just one of the best
Alright,
metals.
well, let's just make statues out of stone for now.
For now.
Where's that going? Q. Statue.
But I'll show you something too. Make the statues.
Rock statue. Can we tell them what the statue looks like?
Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. Yeah, you can do that.
Now let's start with like 6.
So if you go in details,
Okay.
you can specify the stone, but you can also specify the image.
But we only have the ones that are shown.
Yeah.
Oops, details.
But if you don't specify the image, it will be left up to the artist and whatever they believe is important or enjoys or feels.
Sometimes that can be fun.
Yeah, that can be fun. But you can also design your. You can make something related to a historical figure, to a site, to a civilization.
Will the dwarves be upset if I make something that they don't like?
I think it's more like they like it if it's something they like. I don't know that they get negative thoughts from statues they don't like. It's kind of funny sometimes because sometimes it's like a statue of a dwarf being humiliated and that dwarf lives in your fortress or something.
Oh no!
But I don't think they get upset by that, so it's okay. I mean, I'm not sure.
Wait, can you make dwarf statue out of your own dwarves?
Yeah.
So how would we?
I think it might be historical figure, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
see, they're all there.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, I don't want 6 statues of the same person.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna start with 1.
Sure. Or you can have 6 left up to the artist and 1 specified or something.
Oh, we could do that. Well, you know what? Let's. Okay, we're gonna have 4 statues up to the artist's imagination.
There's that comic about someone engraving a picture of themselves eating cheese. Yeah, that happens. Really fun. Like in the last fortress, if we had survived the alligator, we probably would have gotten lots of statues of that alligator because memories like that become like institutionalized.
Image, historical figure.
Oh look! Oh,
What?
look! Cheese is there.
Because
Watermelon.
Right, because there's a. How do I?
We can make statues in
F.
the honor of the dwarves who were eaten by the. Oh, we can make statues.
We're gonna make a statue out of the alligator.
Yeah, there you go. We can make a statue of Lelumar.
Lelumar. Yeah.
Lelumar is the alligator that ate our first fortress that we tried to make. It was a giant alligator, to be fair, which someone looked up the wiki, and it's 50 times larger than a dwarf.
Okay.
And it ate our dwarves.
Can I specify something else or?
Wait, did you already specify it?
Well, cause.
Uh.
Oh, okay. Can you not do that? Action or relationship?
I think there needs to be something, but there
Okay.
not yet.
Historical figure. Lelumar. Mar. Okay. Use this option. Is an image of
Wind Flashes. That's the Wind Flashes, the Hoy mark, the giant alligator. So you can make
Lumar. Okay.
You can make it do something.
Action or relationship. Oh, I did that the wrong way. Okay.
You can also add the dwarf that it ate.
No, that's not.
And make it a statue of it.
No,
eating
because
the dwarves.
there's. Is there like.
Cooking.
Because this is all is.
Striking a menacing pose.
Okay, so I'm gonna change this actually. Historical figure. Nope. I hate this.
Yeah, you get more actions if you put more objects / creatures.
Cheese. So
the image of wind flashes and
it put both.
Cheese.
Hold on. There's like 3 things in this.
No, it's just.
Okay, so Windflesh is Lelumar? No.
Yeah, Windflesh is Lelumar.
Why doesn't it say?
Because Lelumar is the like dwarf language name, and Windflesh is the translation. Sometimes it shows one, sometimes it shows the other.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Hori. So this is a statue of Lelumar and Cheese, and if I go and
there you go.
There you go. So Lelumar is devouring cheese. This is an image of Lelumar, the giant alligator, and Cheese, the dwarf. Lelumar is devouring cheese.
I think.
Whoops.
Oh. Yeah.
What did I do?
That's good.
I added some aardvark.
The aardvark is just looking.
Oh, hold on. We need to make this real striking. We need to make it like the artist has to make this real, man. So
you can make cheese unnaturally contorted.
No. Okay, I don't want it to be gore.
Yeah.
Cheese is terrified.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheese looks terrified.
This is a great thing to have in the dining room.
Can we name
just to remember, like young dwarves that are born in this fortress need to learn to be afraid.
Changing the name of the statue?
Wait, what are you doing now?
Well, we're still here, but there's a change.
Oh
name
yeah, it's
option.
the name of the piece.
Of the piece. So we're naming. Can I not let the?
You can random. You can also,
Portal of Ferocity.
Sounds good.
Good enough. Okay, so.
Oh,
what?
wait. No. Keep working.
What?
B.
What do you mean B?
Press B. Yeah. If you're done, you press Y.
Oh, Y.
There you go. One rock statue. Enter. Yeah, it's there.
Okay. This music is familiar.
Yeah, this music is also in other things that use royalty-free music. Oh. I've heard it a lot in Kerbal Space Program.
Yes, that's where it comes from. I played a lot of Kerbal Space Program at some point.
Another one of my favorite games.
Kerbal Space Program is the game that taught me that trying to go to another planet is actually a fool's errand.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's absolutely no way we'll ever get enough fuel.
Well, you can do it. Have to. It's just rocket science.
No. Okay, let me qualify that. It is literally impossible to escape the solar system.
Oh, right.
So like when people are like, oh,
I mean, it is literally possible, but it's very hard.
But then like getting to like it's people have this image of oh you make the spaceship go out and then the spaceship goes straight to the other planet, and it's like, no, that's really not how it works. It's not how it works.
But really, the hard part is getting into Earth orbit. Like that's where you spend most of your fuel.
Right,
like,
but
after that, getting anywhere else is like.
No, okay, getting anywhere else still costs a lot of fuel. Like if you want to get out of the gravity of the sun, it'll cost so much more fuel.
It's a big deal. I can't wait until they add rockets to Dwarf Fortress.
Is that real?
Also,
why is that door different?
But different like worlds and dimensions are planned, and traveling between them. Okay, let's finish the doors and set all the rooms. This is boring for the viewers. They're just watching us build rooms. Sheesh. Someone became a planter. I'm joking. This is exciting Dwarf Fortress gameplay. That's what people are coming from.
People like when you're going to a stream called about Dwarf Fortress.
No.
I think this is what you're expecting.
Yeah. and what you should expect. We could start building the dining room while the doors are getting finished.
So is it building?
I think you made like 10 chairs and 10 tables.
Right, so we have to put down tables.
There is a lot planned. The next update is like, you know, it's been in development for like years now, I think, but it's all about like creation myths, the creation of the world, and procedurally generated gods and magic systems. Like every world you create will have its own magic system that's generated, and I'm pretty excited. Yeah, that's cool. It's a big dining table.
And then chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Thrones.
Thrones.
They couldn't use the word chair.
No, but it's seat, I think.
Why?
Wait, no, it's chairs.
Seat.
Seats. Chair
So-
or throne.
To set up a chair, you have to make a throne and put down a seat.
Because the thrones are made of rock, chairs are made of wood, and they're both under seat. Makes sense.
But they don't like wood chairs.
Look, once you have a library and you have philosophers, I'm sure they'll write many books about the difference between a chair and a throne and a seat and how you can tell. So, you know.
If you think about it, all chairs are thrones. Exactly, so why do you need two words?
Just, you know,
Dwarves are just...
that's just how they think.
They're so complicated. Okay. So...
I think this is the song that's in dwarf language.
It's like the sound. I don't know how the sound of the music is for the viewers. I almost cannot hear it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the sound of the computer to go through the microphone.
It's kind of weird, like the sound pack gives the dwarves a voice also. Like sometimes some announcements, you'll hear a dwarf say something. And it's like you know.
What's... Oh, okay. So... How do we...
Press Q, you can define your dining room.
Make dining room, okay. Like that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, should it include the walls?
Yeah.
If the walls are
Yeah.
so in the... Okay.
Yeah. It includes the walls and the doors, and it's good. So you can make it into a...
Free? Meeting hall?
Yeah, so right now it's a dining room, but you can also make it into a meeting hall, which is good. We probably want that. And you can also assign location.
Which means...
Which means add location. So that if we want to make it into a tavern, right? Because taverns, libraries, temples are like...
So they're all types of meeting rooms?
Well, they're like special locations
Inside a meeting room?
inside your fortress that can have multiple rooms.
Oh,
so like
okay.
the tavern can have like multiple dining rooms. It can be an inn. It can have rooms.
But
so
it's none of those things right now.
right now it's not. But we can make it. We can create a tavern and then assign that dining room
But
to
we
the
don't
tavern.
we don't need locations.
Huh?
We don't need locations right now.
Well, it's nice to have a tavern because they get to have fun and hang out.
But we have nothing. Does the tavern need special furniture?
I mean, it doesn't need it, but it will use it if it's there. But, you know, if we create a tavern, there are no downsides.
So is the tavern...
Because the cool thing about the locations also is they become like attraction to visitors from outside. So you can have people coming from outside to visit your tavern or like...
Is it both inn and tavern?
Sorry?
I'm confused.
So you created a tavern, I think?
It's called the Purple Peppers?
Yeah, Purple Peppers. You can change that.
That's the name. That's the name of
Press L right here. Yeah. So Halloween is the name of your fortress.
Okay,
and,
that needs a new name.
And if you go down,
Sorry, can I rename the fortress?
I don't think you can. You
Can't.
can rename the Purple Peppers, but not the fortress.
Okay. Well, no, I like the Purple Peppers.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good man
Yeah,
name.
yeah. So you can also assign tavern keepers and performers. I don't recommend assigning tavern keepers because basically all they do is force feed alcohol to people.
Aren't they always drinking anyway?
Yeah, but the tavern keepers will make them drink past the safe limit, and they'll get drunk and they'll start like brawls and stuff. I mean, they'll be happy, but it'll also...
Okay, does fighting make them happy?
Well, I mean...
Because while I don't condone it, I want my dwarves to be happy.
Yeah, the fighting doesn't make them happy. The being extra drunk makes them happy, but you need to have a good healthcare system before you...
Okay, so we'll do that later.
Yeah. But yeah, for Halon, I think you can set like messenger also, but we don't need a messenger for now. But you can see, like... The tavern...
Okay, how do I set the dance floor, though? Oh.
So dance floor right now is 13 by 5, and that's just the largest rectangle that's empty that it can find in the room. Okay. It's a decent sized dance floor. You can give them goblets, you can give them instruments, and you can also... The tavern can have rooms, and visitors who come to your fortress can rent the rooms. And visitors can be all kinds of things, like they can be adventurers, they can be performers, like you can have like people like bards come to your taverns and they'll stay longer if they can rent a room. And they'll entertain your dwarves and stuff. Some dwarves can have a need to fight. That's true. Some dwarves get pissed if they don't fight.
Okay, goblet.
Yeah, make some rock goblets.
I don't see rock.
Oh, because they're called something else. They're not called goblets, they're called, like...
Jug?
No,
Mug?
Mug, yeah.
Okay. So, 10?
Sure. Maybe more, but whatever. 10 is good.
It was asking for 10.
Yeah, but you need to have a coffer or something in your for them to store the mugs.
I believe we have some ready. Coffer? Coffer! Where is coffer? I don't... Container?
Oh, it's container, yeah. I would put it somewhere where like it doesn't make the dance floor smaller, you know, if possible.
Like near the door?
Sure.
Okay. What are they doing?
Oh, it's my friend Kira.
Oh, hi, Kira. I know Kira.
Yeah.
We've went to brunch a couple times.
We'll name a dwarf Kira as soon as we get.
We have a visitor.
Oh, a spear dwarf is visiting. See, our tavern is already bringing people.
Okay, I was going to do something else.
Yeah.
No. Instrument. No.
So okay, so the instruments have names.
Okay.
And
so how about a flute? No.
No.
Yeah,
no.
No.
So
they're dwarvish names, aren't they?
Yeah, the instruments are actually procedurally generated. Oh my god. So every culture in this game has their own instruments.
Okay, so how do I find out?
Also their own like basically musical scales.
Okay.
Musical genres. And like also poetry styles and dance styles.
That totally makes sense. How do I find that?
Okay.
How do I find out?
If you go in your craft dwarf workshop, so it should be, I think, like, yeah.
Like, workshop.
But that's carpenter. You want the craft dwarf. I think it might be.
I don't think we have a craft.
It's this one.
It's the masonry.
Oh, we don't have a craft dwarf, so we should make one.
Stonework. No.
Oh, because we needed to make mugs.
Mason's workshop.
Yeah, we needed a craft dwarf to make mugs. Anyway. So.
Craft. Okay, building. Craft.
Yeah.
Workshops.
It's workshop. Yeah. So the craft dwarfs,
which is
W for workshop, and then,
of course it is.
I think it's
crafts dwarfs workshop.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a craftsman because they're not men. They're dwarves.
Exactly. Just like Fisher Dwarf.
Exactly, makes sense.
So those, you can put that here, because it uses stones, it uses... Oh, I just noticed a problem also, but...
What, a problem?
No, it's not a huge problem, but we can solve it after. There's always problems.
What is the problem?
It's Dwarf Fortress. So see, here we have our mason workshop, and there's a stockpile for stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's being filled with all kinds of stones.
Okay, we need,
including the greenstone that is actually.
We need a bigger stone stockpile. Okay.
Sure, but we need to exclude the greenstone from the stockpile.
No, we just need a bigger stockpile.
At some point, you're gonna have to learn.
We can just make a bigger stockpile, like just under it.
At some point, you're gonna need to go into the stockpile settings and.
Okay, fine.
So Q. And then your stockpile. And then wait, are you in Q?
Q.
Yeah, there you go. Change settings.
Change settings.
Oh no, you clicked something else. You changed something. You change. We'll take from link only. We'll take from anywhere. We want anywhere. Okay, stone. And then what you want is you want to remove metal ores and economic stones.
Yep.
So right now you removed all the So F for forbidden materials.
So we forbid
economic and metal ores and clay also. Basically, we would just want the shitty stones to go there.
That's for the.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I want to make a bigger stone pile just because there's all those rocks downstairs.
Let's do that. You can put it here. Because also we should probably. Well, I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay. Look, I want. We could put it. We could just. My masterpiece diorite mug.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
Whoever drinks from that mug is gonna be happy.
What does that mean that it's a masterpiece?
It's the quality, like different crafts. See, they're using the mugs.
So
the mugs are being created because we have the workshop. That's why.
Probably gonna remove all that. But...
There's gonna be a stone stockpile.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I would also suggest that you just build one like here, so that it just moves those out of the way or something. So that they don't take up room.
It's not aesthetically pleasing for me.
Okay.
It's my fortress.
I mean, we could also make it so that they can make stuff out of those stones.
It's my fortress.
I understand. No, I'm. You shouldn't do everything. Everyone has their own way of building their fortress, and it's about expressing yourself.
Listen to story. What does that mean?
One of them is telling a story. Look at that. It's
story.
It's but. Do you want to see what the story is about?
I want to see what the story is about.
Okay, so I think if you go to unit,
view
activity. I think maybe
view activity.
Yeah.
In the late spring of blah blah blah.
So it's the story of when Bella Dente became the expedition leader.
Oh, that's the story they're telling.
Of the harmonious boat.
So But is telling a story about Bella Dante becoming the expedition leader.
Yeah, and But wasn't there, right? So But probably learned that story from someone else.
Or is bullshitting.
Yeah, but I think the way the stories work is they kind of like spread them.
That's fun.
But that can also be poetry.
And then they could. It was not a conquest. Bella was appointed leader for the need of our...
Because of Bella's great social skills and personality.
How do I assign the goblet to the...
Oh, it's already... Like if you press L, purple peppers, there's already 10
Oh, okay. But
if you look in your chest, they're in the chest.
Oh, okay. We still need instruments.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you can set how many goblets you want it to have and stuff. Like it's all configured.
Okay,
so the instruments you can check in the
stockpile.
Yeah.
Gotta make this stone stockpile because I'm tired of seeing all these rocks.
Yeah. Well, do you want it to take all the stones or just the?
No, this is the big stone stockpile. If it's not big enough, we'll just make it bigger.
It's not gonna be big. I'm just telling you, when you start... Oh, sorry.
I know!
When you start...
I've played Minecraft. I know how much stone are in my chests. Look, for now, I just want the...
In Minecraft, you can put, like, thousands of stone into one little chest.
I get the idea.
In Dwarf Fortress, it's like 1 stone per tile.
Look, I just want them to clean up the downstairs.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
For a little bit.
You shouldn't listen to me and my cynical ways, just because I've given up on aesthetics. Look, they're using the wheelbarrows.
The wheelbarrow. Well, yeah, that's why I built them.
Aw, this game, you know, people shit on the graphics, but when you see your little dwarves like carrying things in wheelbarrows and stuff,
we are using custom graphic parts. These are not the graphics that are coming with the game. But you don't play this game for the graphics. You just like I couldn't play with the default graphics because they are not legible for me. Like in a sense, like if I were going to
people should play with the tiles.
If I were going to address the accessibility of the game, it has issues because I cannot read. I cannot read it with ASCII characters.
Personally, I think it's pretty amazing that a game was made without graphics and was so interesting to people that like fans like basically decided to make all these tiles for the game.
That's fair.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, the premium tile set looks pretty cool. I'm not sure how it works actually, because it looks like it's kind of using stuff that I didn't know was supported in the tile set system. Like
animations?
No, like the slopes are like directional, like the ramps. Because like in this tile set, all the ramps look the same. But in the screenshots that I've seen, like you can kind of see which way the ramps are going, and I'm not sure how they did that. But... it's using a new graphics engine that they revamped. I didn't know that. That's really cool. I can't wait. Look, they're having fun in the tavern. Oh, you know what we should do? We should remove our shitty meeting hall that way, because it was temporary. They have a tavern now, where they can tell stories and stuff. It was there. Like if you press I. And then, like, I think X to remove zones, and you can just remove it. Oh, I keep moving the... Yeah, you can just, like, remove... Oh, there you go. Yeah, that worked. Oh, yeah, let's make, what were we making? Instruments.
Instruments, yes.
Yeah.
So, we need to find out how... what the instruments are.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. And then when they start playing the instruments, you can learn everything about the different musical genres. Pretty great. I think you can learn that already, actually.
I'm just gonna do a thing that's been bothering me.
Oh yeah. But you should redefine the tavern.
I will do that after.
Yeah. They don't like it.
An elven caravan from...
Oh.
Are elves okay?
It depends whether your civilization is at war with them or not. If they're bringing a caravan, it's because it's not. But there's one thing you have to learn about elves.
Are they racist?
I mean...
Like in most fantasy settings...
Elves and dwarves hate each other.
Elves usually are racist, and dwarves usually are pissed off at elves for being racist.
Yeah. So in this case, elves are tricky to deal with, but I'm not sure it's because they're racist. I think it's because
Do we have a negotiator?
They're like militant vegans.
Oh, well...
So basically...
What's the problem then?
If you try... When you're trading with them...
Oh, they're gonna try to stop you from eating meat?
Well, it's not just meat. It's like... anything that's... Because... Plants also. Like if you try to give them... If you show them something that's like either made out of animals or plants that have been killed... Because they make their own things made of plants. But they use like... elven... like... ethical techniques.
Okay, I mean...
Basically they enforce a monopoly on all plant-based trade. And they're really unhappy if you try to sell them stuff that you chopped with an axe. Because what they do is like they kind of make the plants grow into like objects that they need. And the plants, it's consensual. They ask the plant.
I mean, fair. Look, I understand that. I understand that completely. But I can't do that. So I don't think you should make me do that.
Yeah, they believe in ethical consumption under capitalism.
Are they capitalist?
Well, they trade. All the merchants are proto-capitalists, right? Like,
Well, I mean, it's trading. It's not really. There's no like centralized.
Yeah. They're not extracting surplus value from wage labor.
Can we? Because we set our preferences for trading stuff, but can we change that or?
What do you mean?
Or maybe it's just only when the merchants come?
Yeah, it's like you can even like bring stuff to the trade depot. It's just as long as you don't offer stuff in a trade, they'll be okay. But if you do, they'll be offended and they'll go back to their elf house and they'll say, those dwarves, they suck. They tried to make us buy a bone.
So basically, we only want to give them stuff made of rocks.
Rocks or metal, or they don't mind that stuff.
They're fine, because rocks don't have feelings.
Exactly. No, it's it's the whole thing. They're there. You can bring stuff, or you can. They're great for like buying like
Rifafa Treeslid.
Yeah, their language is different.
Of course it is.
Oh, that's your expedition.
Oh, apparently Bella is talking about. Or no, it's just that Bella is assigned to this.
Because right now you're just clicking on the depot.
Well, it's just because I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe you can, if you press U, you can just look at the list.
It's just one elf?
No, there's a bunch.
Oh, there's 2.
There might be more. I'm not sure.
Looks like there's just 2.
Okay, Rifafa Trislid and
Amia Fogfeed.
But I like your like goblets and stuff, you know.
So, can I put stuff in there?
Yeah. So you just
can I put in a stat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about Q? No, not U. No. M. Q.
What are you gonna give them a statue of?
Rock statue. Let's just make 3 rock statues. Okay. Details. We're gonna specify the image. Specify a new image. Gonna be
elf.
Done filtering. Oh my god, this interface. Okay.
2 elves.
Image of 2 elves. Why is the stuff in there always like the worst?
No, they can be laughing.
That's like I want them to be kissing!
Smeared out into a spiral?
That is not...
What is that a thing?
Maybe it's a lesbian thing, I don't know.
What the hell?
Making a submissive, melting, praying, screaming... Embrace. Embracing?
Yeah, you can make them embrace each other.
Where is it? Because I don't see...
Maybe it's like further down?
Is there more than that? No.
Oh, no, because they need to be 2 separate entities. Because the 2 elves, if they're together, they can only do something together. Okay. So you can make 2 elves do something to 2 other elves. Are you trying to sell them elf porn?
Yes.
Okay. I was worried. I thought that you were trying to like make some horrible like diplomatic insults. Like, well,
surely they'll enjoy elf porn.
Yeah. Elf porn. Everyone enjoys elf.
Okay, so 1 elf. And then another elf. It has to be another elf.
I think elf culture, they're pretty like strict about the whole vegan thing, but I think in terms of like, you know, like sexual liberation and stuff, they're pretty open.
Embracing.
So they won't be offended by this.
So
there you go.
The elf is embracing the elf.
There you go.
Which sounds kind of silly when you put it that way, but you know.
There might be kissing also or something. I'm not sure.
I didn't see that in the actions of relationship.
It's a bit boring.
Like, Admiring, flayed, mutilated, shot, tortured, burning, contemplating.
There's laughing.
Cooking, cringing, dead, devouring, embracing. I think embracing is the only one.
Yeah.
Engraving, falling, fighting, greeting, hanging.
They can be surrounded by.
Impaled. Impaled could be sex
Could be
if you're really like deviant about it.
But I don't think that's how the engine is set.
Laboring, laughing, plaintive, gesture, submissive, massacring, melting, praying, prostrating, raising, fusing, screaming, shooting, smearing,
There's a lot of
speaking,
negative
striking. That's the thing. I would like them to include more positive things.
Yeah.
I
think maybe it's like if you include objects, then they can like do things with the objects.
We'll just keep embracing. For now.
Yeah, but name it something else, right?
Name. But I don't know any elf name.
Well, but you can look at the English. It's gonna be a dwarven name because it's made by.
Well, there's too many things. I don't want to.
You can just randomize it.
Standards of taming. The round saber. Hello, the Mountainous Confederacy. The bronze the bronze tactics. There we go.
Very good.
It's the tactics of love, you see. Artist,
It's such a nice sculpture, and you're gonna make 3 of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully you finish them by the time the elves leave.
Well, it's the only work order. So, hopefully the...
But let's look at the instruments.
Right, we keep forgetting that.
And then go on the workshop. Crafts.
Oh, right. This?
Yeah. So you can add new task. Okay. And so you can make instrument pieces, or you can make entire instruments. But
I mean, it would be better to just...
Yeah, but the problem is like the different pieces are made of different things, and like yeah.
Isn't it just...
No, the instruments are like one of the most advanced.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue because I mean a guitar isn't just a piece of wood.
Exactly. Let's check out the instruments first.
The instrument.
So so we're luckily in
so
that.
Okay, so when I select the red one, it's because it demands
it needs all these pieces that you
so
don't
it needs
have.
a neck, a body, a string, and then you assemble them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can make
But
a neck kick, a kudist, a dishmab, an evud, etc. The neck kick though we can make.
Is a mid-sized handheld straight wooden horn. It's a trumpet.
Yeah, it's just a wooden horn. So we have wood. We can make one.
We're gonna make trumpets.
But look, it has all these other like things, you know, like how many octaves it has and all this.
What do you mean?
Like it, like you know, it's like every instrument is like.
Oh, can I? I'm so confused. Fail. Material? No, I don't care.
Oh, that's just No, it's just like when you add one, it shows a description.
Okay, instrument. Okay, so if I want to make, let's say,
so that one is
instrument-
stationary. So it's like a piano or something.
How do you know it's stationary?
It says is a large stationary percussion. So you have to actually build it. That one.
Stone bowl, musician strikes a bowl with bone sticks. That's a xylophone.
Single mid-low pitch. Has a delicate dull timbre.
Okay, so if I want to make an Aaron, I need bowl.
You need the stone bowl and the wooden sticks, which you could make.
Okay, so bowl and sticks.
Yeah. So if you go in the instrument parts, instrument piece, you can make the. Can you? Oh, you can't make the sticks. What was it called?
Bowl and sticks.
No, but what was the name of the instrument? I mean, we could just have all horns. Keep it simple. The Aaron.
Aaron, okay.
So, what can we make?
Aaron, can I not make...
So we can make...
Aaron sticks.
What can't we make?
I need loose...
Oh, it's bone. We don't have bone.
What? Oh, it's bone xylophone. Really? Come on, guys.
And, but we can make the Aaron... Why can't we make the Aaron drum or whatever, like the bowl?
It's not there.
Oh, maybe it's not built at a craft store?
What's that? Evud.
It's...
Vibrates with the okay, so that's a guitar. So, the Evud. The Evud, small handheld cloth string instrument with a metal neck. I don't have metal.
Yeah.
We won't be able to make that.
No.
I'm just gonna make horns.
Yeah, just make a bunch of
I'm
horns.
just gonna make a bunch of horns. They can be a horn. How
A
do I?
whole horn orchestra.
How do I?
You can just make more neck kicks, or you can make neck kicks in the manager.
No, I don't want repeat.
You can go in the manager and say like.
I just want them to do it again, like 3 times.
You can do that.
There we go. It's fine. Whoops. Okay. This is so like. There's so many things to do.
They're gonna. So eventually, you know, when they have instruments, they're gonna start playing music in the tavern.
Are they gonna form
dance.
a band?
Yeah, and the like, I mean, with just horns, it's like the music won't be very special, you know. But they can do like.
Look, we're gonna have to explore for rare metals.
They learn like those different styles of music and styles of dances, and they all kind of like work differently. So you should define the other rooms, by the way.
Oh yeah, I never did that.
You have to use. Oh yeah. Do you just double click to make it happen? I don't know how the mouse interface works.
I mean, I think that's like the thing that you gave me. That's what's doing it, right? 'Cause I don't think it's in the game by.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
By default.
It's the.
So far, it's been going well, and so far, not too many catastrophes.
Yeah. Don't jinx it.
Well, I want stuff to be lively and
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Well, you know, we can start digging down.
Digging down. I mean,
we
probably
really
not
should-
from here.
We really should start a barracks at some point.
What's barracks? What is barracks for?
Do you want to build those 2 extra beds? By the way, those early bedrooms, have they been like picked yet?
I don't know.
Oh, and also the cabinets. We need to. Only some of them have cabinets.
Hey, they're gonna be unhappy with it.
Yeah, barracks
that's
is for military.
Grand Cheater's room, Doctor Hospital.
Yeah.
Red. Oh,
because they're married.
oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Do they need
Or one of is the child or the other or something. They're
okay.
the same family.
So they're just sharing the bed?
Yeah.
Do we need to add another bed, or are they like?
No, I think if they're married, they just share the bed.
Is it big enough?
I mean, they're not unhappy about it.
Okay. Vaseline, Mijal and Doc are married apparently, and but Mage are married. Okay. Well, but these don't have. Because I just made them.
Yeah. When a dwarf is tired, they'll go there. Cabinets.
Cabinets. Do we have enough? Cabinets.
Oh, our statues of Elfborn are done.
Oh, we should take care of that. So how do we put them?
So if you press Q on the thing here,
are they still there?
Yeah, they're still there.
Q. Q.
So first we want to request the trader. R.
R. No trader needed. What?
So if you press R, trader requested. Okay. So the trader will go hang out there. And then G for move goods to and from depot.
G, not J. Okay, and we want to trade
our statues. So you go into. I think there should be a category for statues. Oh no, is it in furniture maybe? Go down. Maybe it hasn't been brought to the stockpile yet or something. Try like or maybe like S.
If I do all.
Yeah, all. But then if you say S, I think you can search.
Oh. What?
Oh no. Okay. What did...
J. Okay, S.
Does it work? Select. And then type. Yeah, there you go. Direct statue of an elf. Direct statue of an elf. Direct statue of an elf.
So,
I think those are.
And what?
Enter. Oh, right now you're moving all of them, right?
No, that's not. Okay, this one, and this one. Okay.
Cool.
So now they're gonna bring the statues, and maybe they'll appreciate my very wholesome elf statues of two women kissing.
Yeah. Are you gonna give them as a gift, or are you gonna trade something?
I don't know. No, I would like the labor of my dwarf to be rewarded with things. So what do they have to sell?
Elves have a lot of like textiles and stuff, if I remember. Also,
nice.
they sell you some cage animals, which is kind of weird. Also, with
Wait a minute!
with the whole like vegan thing.
Wait a minute!
Yeah. I'm telling you, they seem pretty hypocritical too. Oh, another thing I haven't told you about elves. They eat their defeated enemies.
I mean,
they're like cannibals.
That's not the weirdest thing.
Like, so if
wait, so they're elf enemies.
Huh?
Like if they're at war with another elf,
or any other like sentient creature, they'll just eat it.
Because I mean, cannibals eating your own species. You can eat other people
well,
and not
in
be
a fantasy world, you know, if it's two people but they're two different species, is it cannibalism?
No.
Okay. So
it's fantasy.
Sure. So they eat elves, but also dwarves and humans and goblins. They get their memories. I don't think so.
That's not how brains work.
They just eat them.
It's kind of like, kind of like Klingons.
I'm pretty sure that's... I hope I'm not confusing this with some other lore.
It's all procedurally generated.
Yeah.
So maybe those are cannibals.
Yeah.
It is in Divinity. I've only played the first Divine Divinity.
Oh, let's check if you can trade.
Oh, okay. So how?
Q.
Q.
And then T for trade.
E.
Yeah, look, 3 statues are there.
Okay. What does that number mean?
So that is the weight.
Oh.
If you.
It's heavy.
Yeah. I think that symbol means tones.
Oh.
We are enchanted by your more ethical works.
Very ethical. Hey, we're trying to make everyone happy.
Yeah, we're just gonna give them ethical stone statues.
Ethical stone statues. I love the elves going, like, finding statues of, like, elf ladies kissing and just being so ethical.
That's what they want.
So queer friendly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so what do we do now?
Okay, so if you go there...
What does that mean, go there?
Like, right. You can press enter on each one of these. And right now it doesn't show you an estimate of the value, because I think what's happening is your trader is not good enough at, like...
My trader's dumb.
Yeah, like your trader basically doesn't know the value of all these things. So basically, what we can do is we can just kind of like try to trade stuff for stuff, and then the elves are gonna say no until, like, you know.
I don't even know what we would want.
Well, so they sell a lot of food. They sell wood stuff. They sell a lot of clothes.
Ropes?
Sure. I mean, we can make our own, but well, right now we don't have a textile industry actually. So maybe we should get ropes. Maybe we should also just get like, robes, right? Yeah, sure. We can also just get like cloth, and then later we can turn the cloth into something, you know. So yeah. Oh, they have their own elven instruments also, like a Fepiri or Ella.
How do you know those are instruments?
Because I don't know what else they would be. This is one of the issues, by the way, like, because the as the game gets developed, like the next update is gonna add like more things will be procedurally generated. So not just instruments, but like plants and stuff will just be made up.
So they'll be like, we'll sell you this
Yeah.
Daklovic,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, what's a Daklovic? Just take it, and then you find out it's like a drug
Yeah, basically.
or something super toxic.
Yeah. So there's gonna be like they've thought of the problems that this could make, and so there's gonna be when you create a world, there's gonna be like a slider that goes from like Tolkien to like fully alien, and it's like how much stuff is like procedurally generated versus like just.
I think it would be
passive fantasy.
easier. I think maybe it should just say like what type of item it is. Like, you know, here's a Tolkien blah 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 blah. Parentheses, instrument.
I agree. You should post in the Dwarf Fortress forum with this suggestion.
Okay, they have a weasel in a cage.
Yeah.
They are.
I don't know what's up with that. Maybe the weasel is into that, you know?
Did the weasel consent? Is the weasel capable of consenting? This isn't how
Maybe
it works.
if you're an elf. I don't really trust them, but it's a different culture. Like, we don't want to
So
be too...
how much should I? Because am I asking for too much right now?
Probably. But if you press T, I think enter, and they'll probably say no. I won't trade at a loss. So if you had more stuff at your depot, if you have brought more stuff, they would say like, oh, here's a counter offer. Give me those things too. But right now, since you don't, you have to kind of like...
Man, my statues
We
are
don't
not,
have philosophers yet, but
my statues
that's
are
my
not
favorite
worth
part.
very
I hope
much.
we get philosophers. No,
They don't want.
I mean, I think their stuff is also like, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
there
there
we
you
go.
go. Wonderful, thank you for your business.
They took my 3 statues for 1 vest.
But you know, this is pretty cool because it means like one day maybe you'll play in this world in adventure mode or something, and you'll go to like an off town, and then you'll see a statue, and it will be like, oh, a statue of 2 elves kissing made by who is our mason, and it's called the I forgot what it was called.
Oh, look at all these dwarves! You're socializing.
Uh-huh.
Why is this the one socializing in pink?
Because I think that one is like the leader of the socializing.
Huh?
Like the one that said like, "Come meet me at the tavern."
Oh, maybe they're unionizing.
Oh, by the way, check out your dwarfs. Because we got a visitor, right? Like, if you go to others. Yeah, we have like a. We have 3 guests. We have a human hammerman, a swords dwarf.
Hold up! What? Human Hammerman?
Yeah, it's like a man with a hammer. A hammerman.
Oh, that's not his name.
Yeah. We have 2 swords dwarfs. I think we had a spear dwarf, but they must have left already. Oh no, we have a bard also. Right now they're listening to poetry. So like basically those visitors will come to your tavern, and then they can. Some of them, you know, they might ask to like become citizens of your fortress. I think this is the bard.
That's the bard.
Yeah, let's check out the bard. Socialize artist. This visitor has come to perform. He was curious about the purple peppers.
Wow, somehow word of mouth came. How?
Mm-hmm.
We just built it.
I think it's pretty close to the other dwarf places.
But no one went there.
Well, the traders, no? I don't know.
But...
Maybe they can just hear about it magically. So,
the kittens just went there.
let's check out. Can I see something? Let's check out general. No, okay. Just wanted to see if we can know like the musical styles that this bard knows, but I think because it's not your citizen, you can. But if you go to like status, you can see like details about them. Oh, I guess it doesn't show their thoughts. It just shows a physical description. That's boring. When it's your own dwarves, you can see their thoughts and stuff. You should check that out, by the way.
Hold up, he has pink skin.
Yeah.
Okay. Just... Okay.
Check out your dwarves' thoughts.
Why?
Because that lets you, like, you know. I saw a dwarf recite the skirt of blossoms at the purple peppers. I enjoyed that. So I'm guessing the skirt of blossoms is like a poem. Sounds pretty, you know, romantic. And yeah, so it also tell you like all the things that happened to them recently, and like how it made them feel. And so that's kind of how you know if like if they say like, oh, I was really happy to have eaten a good meal in a good dining room, that's working. But if they say like, oh, I was really sad that like dead hamster was convicted of the murder of my wife, then you know that you shouldn't have done that.
What, murder someone's wife?
No, blame a dead hamster for it. I mean, the wife being dead is probably also giving them sad thoughts.
Yeah, that would do too.
And that's actually one of the ways that I used to find the vampires, So when for some reason I keep getting vampire problems. It's not supposed to be that common, but I get a lot of them. And so by looking at what their thoughts are, sometimes you can be like,
Hakim, are you a vampire?
No, in Dwarf Fortress. I keep getting vampires, it's annoying. Also were creatures and like... Are those like defined now?
They should be. Or the cabinets?
No, the bedrooms.
Bedrooms should be.
No, those
two were made recently.
You could also like set one of them or something to be a part of the tavern, and then like the guests can rent them or something. Well, just sleep in them. So like if you assign location. And then purple fibers.
It should probably. I was saying.
Look! I think they're dancing. That's when they're dancing.
Oh, okay. I'd look.
Like they actually do like a whole little like choreography. It's pretty great, which is also procedurally generated.
Of course it is. Current owner, nobody.
Yeah, you have to wait until they go to bed before they actually pick one.
I think they would have done it by now, but I guess we keep...
But it's true, because some of them are married, you don't actually need as many, so that's nice. Oh, I think they're like waiting for more dance partners to come or something.
Merchants have left.
So they got the statues, they left.
The elf merchants...
Oh no, they stopped the dancing.
There's a lot of people now.
Yeah.
There's still so many rocks. I wish they could... I mean, I guess there's like one of them who's removing the rocks one by one.
Yeah, so that's the problem. You can fix that actually, because if you have a stockpile with a wheelbarrow, the stone stockpiles have wheelbarrows. Like there's only, I think by default, one wheelbarrow assigned to it.
So like this wheelbarrow is not assigned to anything.
Yeah. So if you click the stockpile here, like with Q, max wheelbarrow, you can increase it. So if you set it to...
Okay, what is that? What is this? Like those keys. ER. What does that mean?
It's to increase and decrease the number of barrels, or to increase or decrease them by a lot.
Oh,
but you don't want barrels or bins for stone stockpiles. Those usually they get set by default, right? So if you look at your food stockpile,
so like 3.
Well, I think you only have like one extra one, but yeah, you can make more.
Oh, well, 6, and then we'll make Q.
No, M.
No. M, Q. Wheel.
See, you're starting to internalize the...
I hate it. Let's make this.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, you can add more... There's all kinds of shit you can do with the manager to really manage things. Yeah, so see, the second wheelbarrow is there already.
Some migrants have arrived.
Some migrants have arrived.
Migrants! New people!
They've heard about your fortress. Oh, look, there's some fancy metal there.
Where? What? How do you...
Here. What's this?
What is this? Vein wall.
Oh, it's just limonite. I don't think that's... Oh, wait, no, I think that's iron. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Because you have iron, and you have, like, limestone, and you have trees, so you can make coal, so you can make coke, so you can make pig iron,
Okay,
so you can make steel.
We have one new arrival.
Yeah, I think limonite is like dead microorganisms that fossilize, have iron in them.
Where did it moved me to... Okay.
Oh, we forgot that we have a waterfall that we gotta use. Maybe our temple can be at the waterfall.
Yeah, yes, in a while. Okay, one thing at a time. We are doing so many things. Alright, This... I just... What is our...
That is your expedition leader in their office eating a plum helmet.
Yes, I want more. Is that so bad?
That expedition leader is getting greedy.
No, Bella! Bella, you're starting to... This is how dictatorships start.
It's okay. It's okay. They so far they're just they haven't demanded more than an office. But you can see, she was interested after watching a performance. She felt self-pity after being unable to practice a craft for too long.
Oh, does that mean we should cycle the jobs?
I think it's like usually the crafts that they're good at that they want to practice. So if you give them the jobs that they're good at, should be good. She felt pleasure near a fine seat. That's good. That's probably her office is like, she felt euphoric due to inebriation. She really likes the seats. I think that's why we made... No. Was that why we made her a manager? I forget. She's mighty, but she's very quick to tire. She has poor analytical ability.
Oh! She dreams of raising a family.
Yeah,
we need to find her a spouse.
She's anti-capitalist too. It says like she personally finds those who engage in trade and commerce to be beneath contempt or something.
But she is a trader.
Maybe it's from that experience she got like disillusioned. I think Bella is the broker. Oh look, they're eating.
Biscuits?
Yeah. Perch biscuits.
Who made those?
It's your cook. Biscuits are kind of like, I think, like the cooking system is a bit simple. Like a lot of things are defined as biscuits. Contradictions exist in the system.
What's the bracket? Is that a graphic that wasn't...
No, so sometimes you get like little things that like appear. And I think here you'll find that they often appear near the chickens, right? And so the little things that kind of appear for a short time are vermin. See, that's a snail. And I think what's happening is like the chicken is kind of like pulling them out of the ground to eat them. I think the little bracket is a worm.
Is it okay for the chicken to hang out with the dwarves?
Yeah, but they're not gonna lay eggs unless you make them like a bunch of
A coop?
Yeah, the nest boxes, and then you can like assign them to them, and then you can lay eggs, and then you can eat the eggs. I have Bella Dentist says I have a request. Can you use Dwarf Therapist to check my dwarf sexuality?
I can do that. I apologize if it doesn't correspond to you.
Dwarf Therapist. Oh, wooden wheelbarrows is completed.
Okay.
So you can... I'm not sure what the icons mean exactly, but I think you can sort by sexuality. Sexual orientation.
Bisexual, heterosexual. I'm sorry, you're a dirty het.
You're straight.
Hiromi is the only gay person in the Dwarf Fortress.
No, it's the only lesbian. Because there's also...
Right, okay, there's
also...
Right, so I apologize, I didn't check. Like, Daz is a male. I would have... I didn't check. Because that would have taken way too much time.
Some of them can be asexual also, but I don't think we have any.
Really? That would be me.
I think you can set, like...
Okay, well, Diane is Wow. Diane is bisexual, which I think is somewhat accurate. At least. We got that one right.
We can actually name more dwarves, because we got more.
Right. There's like one... Whoa, what? Whoa.
Because we've got migrants, remember? A lot of people came.
Wait, that is a lot more than before. I thought there was like one new person.
No, a bunch of people came.
That is way too many people to
We
name.
don't have to give them all names now.
Do we-
Now we're getting at the point where they're all just...
You know what? Because, like, we have a few people in the chat, but I think it would be easier to, like, do that off stream.
Yeah,
Be
good
like,
idea.
you know, be like on Twitter, I'll be like, well, we have new dwarves to name for next stream.
That's a good
Let
idea.
me know if you want a
Very
dwarf.
good idea.
Dwarf name after you.
So
You know,
if you want to have a dwarf named after you, tweet at Pauline on Twitter.
oh yeah, I can use dwarf therapist to name them. But I'll do that later, because it's not the most exciting thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So...
Oh, we have a clerk actually.
Wait, that's so many more rooms we have to build.
That's
we
why
have-
I use a common bedroom.
40... We are not doing... My dwarves need privacy.
Okay.
We need like 40 rooms.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, well, we better get going. We need like 40 rooms. Okay. I'm gonna have to start like organizing this because we
You
can't
can have multiple floors. You can.
Yeah, so but that's true. We could like. Well, that's the office. Should the office be near the rooms?
Up to you. But you can also go lower.
True.
There's always more room down.
We could go lower. I should probably check what's lower first.
Vanity says that's why she does 2 by 3 bedrooms.
My dwarves deserve a good living situation.
4 by 4 bedrooms.
4x4 bedrooms.
Oh yeah, you haven't even like started smoothing the walls yet.
Oh my god. Okay, so look, I think we're just gonna continue here. I'm sure the office will be fine.
I think you should. Oh, petitions available.
What does that?
Crispy.
What does that mean?
So, Jamas Balanstive wishes to. So it's the bard, I think. The bard wants to live here.
Was that the name of the bard?
Oh, you can check in if you press escape. You can check in you who it is. Human bard. Do we want the
Oh, so
human
that's
bard?
not the same. Wait, we can have humans in there?
Yeah.
Or
Can
you-
have any. Can even have like aardvark men.
Can elves smooth it?
Yeah.
But elves would try to convert everyone.
Well, I mean, you know, they'll try to. It depends if they
Are-
petition to move in.
Are
it's because
humans
they-
cool?
I mean, they're just they're just humans.
It's a lady.
You've heard of humans?
I mean, some of them are okay. I mean,
It's a bard.
I don't have anything against it. Wait, where did the petition go? Do I know if my dwarves want that? Like, what? I could say yes, but do my dwarves
Yeah.
like this human?
That's kind of hard to tell.
I'll just say yes.
Like you can kind of check who they're friends with and stuff like that, but there's no easy way to kind of get a general picture.
Okay, so more rooms. Right, we just...
I think you should
Is
dig
that-
down.
Is that different? That's Stonewall?
Yeah, I think that's the. I think the weird looking one is upstairs is the. What? Limestone.
Why down?
Hmm?
Because they like down?
Oh, because we should expand the fortress, you know?
Well, I mean, we're already like several floors down.
Yeah, it's true, but also it's like, remember that if you make them too close to the workshops and stuff, they don't like the noise.
It's already like several floors. Okay, fine, we'll go down. I just don't want to hit something weird.
I just want to keep digging down.
You just want me to find some sort of demon cavern?
We're very
And
far.
then-
Look, this is the levels. We're only there. It goes actually much deeper. There's like 140 levels or something.
Right, okay. Well, there's a lot of sky. Okay, so what are we doing? Upstairs?
No, up downstairs.
Up downstairs? What?
Oh. There you go.
Okay. And mine.
Listen, it takes a while before you hit the really fun stuff.
I'm sure it does. Okay. We're just gonna... We don't...
Also, like, let me reassure you, like, the bad stuff doesn't just live below. Can come from above, too.
Okay.
Sometimes you want to dig down, Because you want to get away from what's on the surface.
Isn't that how we all feel?
And it's not just giant alligators. It can be worse than that. And we don't even have barracks yet.
Fascists?
Thankfully, because there's no capitalism in Dwarf Fortress.
I thought
there's
there
no
was.
fascist. Well, there was, but it was taken out temporarily.
Right, because it collapsed the game or something. This is gonna take a while. When do you want to stop?
Whenever you want.
Because we've been going for how long have we been going? For about 2 hours.
I mean, I won't stay like later than like 11 or so, but it's up to you.
I mean, I could still keep going for like 30 minutes. I think I'm thinking of stopping around 10.
Should we? Okay, yeah, sorry. You were gonna say.
But
something.
I'm gonna be building those rooms for a while, so that's all we're gonna be doing.
Well, I was gonna say, should we? Because I liked your idea last time that like, because also I'm not sure I can come here every week, but I like the idea of like, sometimes you play on your own.
Oh yeah, of course. If you can't come in next time.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is maybe now instead of building room, I should show you how to build a barracks.
Whoops.
So that next time when you play without me, at least you'll have military.
No. Remove.
Oh, X.
X. I mean, sure. I just don't want my citizens to lack beds.
Okay. I'll let you build beds.
Well, at least like. Oh, I know that we could maybe build a bunch of beds and leave them free so that even if they don't have assigned rooms, at least for now they have some place to sleep.
You mean a dormitory? Like we had at the beginning.
Don't forget it. Yes. We'll make okay. So you know what? We'll make a big old dormitory here for new migrants while they figure out where they go. There you go. What's happening?
Sure. Remember to make beds and doors and all the jazz.
Yeah, we need more beds.
Thankfully, we have the manager.
U M Q bed construct. Shit, we need like 30. And then doors, probably 32.
You can always use doors. It's always good to have extra doors.
Let's use an extra door. Alright, get to work, y'all. Well, at least we have more people.
Swordsdorf is visiting.
Is that...
Your tavern is pretty popular.
It's just a small hole. Was there, like, literally no entertainment around?
Maybe that's why. Human Bard is visiting.
We're gonna need to make the tavern bigger, because, like, it's not very...
I think you're very close to, like, the capital or something.
Well, I think it was literally the only place that just didn't have savagery. Otherwise, it was either that or, like, giant alligators.
You can also, like, make, a library and... Oh, you're getting a new petition. Things are happening. Another bard.
I mean, is there ever a reason to say no?
You have too many people.
But, like, I don't want to say no.
You're out of food or something, but which is not the case. But yeah, prove it. You can always expel people.
Wait, we're gonna need to make the farm bigger then, because we're gonna run out of food.
That's a good point. Let's see, like, kind of our food stocks and stuff.
Alright, check that. Look, the farm isn't... There's barely anything done.
That might be because we're out of seeds. That's weird, though.
But we've been... Why are we running out of seeds?
Let's look at the cooking and stuff. Kitchen. No, I mean, like, press Z. Escape out of this. So let's see. Okay, first of all, here this one, potato, I think it is. It can be brewed, so it should not be cooked. So we're gonna use it to make vodka. But other than that, the plump helmets. Okay, so we have a lot of plump helmets, so that's why there's not enough seeds, because they're not actually getting eaten, which is good. It's like we have a big stock of food.
We want to make more.
But in order to extract the seeds, they need to be either brewed or cooked. So we can make more alcohol. You want?
I guess that's
check out the other screens.
Do they? I'm gonna sound like a stupid question, but
Okay, none of the seeds are being cooked. Yeah, we're not using the alcohol. Oh wait. Yeah, no, actually, these other alcohols, we shouldn't cook with them either. What about the meat, fish, and other? That we should cook all of them. Yeah, well,
shouldn't we have a lot? Oh yeah, mussels are fish.
yeah.
Because we've been.
I guess there's only mussels around, or maybe they ate the other stuff.
Maybe there's only mussels.
But yeah, if a necromancer came, you would have a bunch of mussel shells that try to like bite your dwarf.
Necromancer, you say?
Yeah, there's necromancers, and they have the power to like make things into zombies or skeletons.
Can one of your dwarves be a necromancer?
A necromancer is like,
Is that useful?
there are special books that contain the secrets of life and death. And if you read it, then you...
But is it useful to have a necromancer, or is that just like gonna make a mess?
I've never had one that was on my side. It's possible. Like, you can have the Necronomicon in your library or something. But I've never had that happen.
Okay, so food-wise... Oh my god, I need to make that.
That's a stockpile. All your dwarves are just busy peeling rocks all day.
We gotta make our fortress.
But we have a lot of food, because there's so much plum. Oh, you should start... I guess we do have a lot of alcohol too. I was gonna say you can start brewing plum helmets so that they use the seeds to plant more. Maybe you want to do that, yeah. Go in your brewery. You could also use the manager to tell them to basically always brew stuff if there is stuff to brew, right?
Yeah, so that would be...
U, M, U, and brew. Brew drink. Oh, I guess you can do both, right? So,
0?
1. Oh.
0 for perpetual
Well,
order.
no, because we want 1. We want them to make 1 as long as they have the ingredients, right? So then you can go there and go on condition. And then add conditions from reagents / materials.
What? R?
R. Okay, so it says amount of drink producing plants at least 10. Empty food storage. Oh, okay, so I guess we want to change the number to 1, right? So it's like if there's 1 barrel and 1 plant that can make booze, they're gonna make booze. They're gonna
shouldn't we have like a we don't want everything. Like, we want to have some stock in case something bad happens. If there's like, we have like more than 100, so we could say like if there's at least 30, make a beer. So that when we go down to 30, if we go down to 30, then that's a problem, but then we have some time to rectify it.
Sure.
Do I change?
But wait, this is the empty barrels and...
Wait. Right. So the empty barrels should be 1.
Right. Then the other one should be...
Okay, so maybe the empty barrel... God, I'm so confused by this language right now.
Yeah. These are the conditions, right? So you're saying to brew 1 drink if you have at least 10 plants that can be brewed and at least 10 barrels that are empty. So we want to at least change the barrel to be 1, right?
Mm-hmm. How do I change the number?
So N. Change number. You can say 1.
Freaking baffling. But for that one, we want maybe 50.
I would do 1, because I think we should always be brewing the plants. Because there's other sources of food. You know? Oh, there you go.
My fortress.
Yeah, I think you can change how often it checks the condition also with plus or minus. So, daily, monthly, on-time order? No. Okay, so daily is the...
Daily's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how long a day is in this game.
It's pretty fast.
Okay, so we're done. Escape.
Yeah.
Okay. And then...
Yeah.
So they should be brewing.
Yeah. It's already happening.
Okay, cool. Let's make more booze, more booze all the time.
And every time they use a thing for booze, they use the seed then, and so they can plant more. Masterpiece direct door.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a bunch of beds here, I guess.
The reason why I keep telling you to make barracks
Right?
is that that's how you get soldiers. And, you know, right now, if anything bad happens to your fortress,
We're basically screwed.
you're basically screwed. Like, let's say if a ancient titan shows up on the surface and decides to break your doors.
Okay, so we should make a barrack, is what you're saying. Right?
I mean, this could be a barracks, what you just created. Because a barracks is, at the most basic level, just a bunch of beds.
Okay, well, sure.
But you can also add another room. Okay, because barracks can be used for soldiers to sleep in, but also to train. And
We need more. We need a training room.
well, so like basically, I recommend starting with just making crossbow dwarfs, because you don't have any metal, so like you don't have really weapons.
We have iron somewhere
It's
that
true.
we could mine.
We could mine it. We could set up a metal operation, but that would be a while before we get. Maybe we should have our first squad should be crossbow dwarves, right?
Okay.
So we need to build a warrior's workshop
Which would be near the
near the
barracks?
wood.
Near the wood.
So like BW
So what? A
warrior's workshop.
Boyer B. Boyer's workshop. So like here
Sure.
and diorite blocks.
Yeah. And then you can, in your manager, you can make an order for like 10 crossbows.
Okay. Well, they have to make that first.
Well, but the manager will keep the order until it's.
Right.
Looks like you're starting to run out of wood, by the way.
Oh, so I have to tell them.
Get a tree.
Oh, wooden crossbow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
10?
That's like a full squad.
Do the trees grow back?
I think so, but extremely slowly.
Oh, I don't want to cut the trees that are near my picking. Those trees are nice.
Maybe you wanna check if they're like fruit trees and don't want to cut the ones that are not.
Like, what other trees are? Olive. The tea.
It's tea leaves. Willow. You can cut the willow down. What does willow make?
Designation. Chop down trees. Oh, this is the edge of the map.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take all these trees.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
you don't seem convinced.
Oh no, that's good. All good. A lot of trees, but
We need wood!
yeah, we need wood. We're gonna need some, especially if we want to make metal, because we don't seem to. We haven't found magma yet. Have to burn some trees.
Look at all this garbage.
Lots of mussel shells.
Lizard, rat, hamster.
You got the cats.
Are the cats bringing back the...
I don't think so. I think they're just wandering around, following their dwarves.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I can make this a barrack?
Yeah, yeah. Select the bed and you can expand it.
Make bedroom?
Yeah. Sure.
And
Barracks.
B?
Yeah. And then, so you want them to sleep in there? I guess. Yeah, you. Z for sleep. Because you can see at the bottom there.
Don't.
Like you can set. Can they sleep there? Can they train there?
How is it?
Oh wait, no. You don't have a squad yet. You need to actually create a squad and assign it. So, okay. So let's find a dwarf that's gonna be our like militia captain.
Do I need dwarf?
Yeah, a dwarf therapist is a nice way of finding that.
Dwarf therapist.
Baby's been born.
Hmm? Oh,
Oh, wait. Okay.
Mijihal gave birth to a boy.
We had a boy! We had a kid, finally. Okay, dwarf therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Therapist.
So I think if you go in like roles, it's one of those like soldier or something. Go to the right. Not really. So it's in military, I think. So we want like marks dwarfs, right? So let's find our best marks dwarfs. If you click on it, you want to stop sorting them by sexual orientation.
Right.
Right. Okay, so we have two that are like...
Rank level 1.
Yeah, above.
This one has more experience.
Sure. So this is... Who is this? Fath, Doran, Tolis.
Recent arrival.
So let's make sure that they're not doing anything like vital with their other skills, you know? But I don't think so. Probably not. But... Are you getting the Dwarf Fortress bump?
Someone's getting the Dwarf Fortress bump. Like... how do I set the name? Like our friend... Kira.
Kira is gonna be the militia captain.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did that work?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Let's look if Kira.
Like it's just easier for me if they have a nickname. Because I can. Okay, so what do I do now?
Is Kira doing anything else?
I don't know. How do I check?
Yeah. So Kira is doing animal care, animal training, small animal dissection. None of that is important, so it's okay. Like, can you scroll that way to see? Yeah, it's okay if she becomes a full-time, warrior. So yeah, actually, maybe you should add the So the other person is Dumat Osathal, so they'll be part of the squad too. So if you go back to Dwarf Fortress.
Okay, so in Dwarf Fortress, I need to make this an actual stockpile.
Sure.
Pile.
Kira, we're gonna make you the militia captain because right now the fortress is completely defenseless. Oh.
Bigger. The tinier stockpile.
Right. So if you escape back to the top and go N. So militia commander there.
It's Bursleby as well. You protect, yes. Militia commander is going to be...
No Kitty Kira.
Kira. There we go.
Okay, so let's go in the military now.
Not the sheriff.
Oh, you don't want a sheriff for now. Well, do you have any crimes? We can check later.
Can we?
Yeah.
How do we check crimes?
Okay. Let's check crimes. Press U, I think it is. No, it's Z. Justice. There are no criminals.
No criminals. We have a good fortress. So if we have criminals, we can convict them and kick them out.
So there's like a whole kind of dwarven justice system.
The sheriff to see crimes. Oh, okay.
No, I think you can see them without the sheriff, but the sheriff like is needed to convict people and to receive like witness reports and stuff like that.
Well, I played Dwarf Fortress a lot, so maybe you're wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I remember.
Okay, so
Yeah, conviction involves either chaining them up or beating them.
I don't like the second thing.
Well, there's a special dwarf called the Hammerer.
I don't like that.
It's part of dwarven culture.
I don't like that.
But one thing that players do is they find whoever is the weakest dwarf in the fortress, and they make that dwarf the Hammerer.
But then doesn't that dwarf get stronger and...
Well, you know, then you find a new Hammerer.
No, this is still bad.
Sometimes you can find a dwarf that doesn't have any arms, and make that dwarf the Hammerer.
This is still stupid.
It's like you have this like very strict legal code, but they're like, we're gonna interpret it pretty loosely.
Okay, militia. Great squad.
Yeah. So we have create squad, and we want archer. So that means leather armor, quiver, and
then
yeah. And here we want to. Do you remember what the other person was? Ethel something, I think. Let's check.
It was Dumat.
Dumat Osata.
We'll name that person later.
Right. So if they only beat them if they have cells, but if it's not a hammer sentence. If it's a hammer sentence, they get beat up by the hammer.
How about we'd never do that?
Yeah. The justice system is a divisive thing, right? Because, you know, if you never have a cop, then it's, you know, nobody ever gets jailed or hammered. But then some dwarves are pretty upset that, you know,
Look,
a crime has
I'm
been
not
done.
saying we can't have cops. I'm just saying if we have cops, I don't want them to be horrible.
Yeah, okay.
Not like real cops.
Exactly. Because this isn't a capitalist society, and it's not cops. It's guards and a militia. It's not the same thing.
Okay, so what?
They're not enforcing private property.
Do we need more people in there? I don't want to. Do we have to draft people randomly? Or?
If you want to, like, there's different ways that you can choose people. Like for recruit, what I like to do is just like look at the dwarves that have the least like assigned jobs, and just draft them, right? So if you go on your dwarf therapists, and you go like sort by, like I think you can sort by like total assigned labor or total skill levels. And so for example, like, so these people are high levels, right? So you don't want to use them. You want to, the ones that are low levels, like this person, you know, like only.
Right, you're saying we throw all the unskilled labor to the wolves.
Well, we're giving them the opportunity to learn a new profession, which is being a Marksdwarf.
I hate this. Why do we need? There's nothing out there, right? It's a peaceful land. We took someplace with low savagery, and we have like friendly humans. And
it's your fortress.
I'll trust you.
It's up to you. Like, we can have 2 Marksdwarves, you know, but I think.
So to start, that's not going to be enough if we get attacked by something.
Depending on what it is, but 2 is not a lot. No. Pretty risky. Especially since they're not really skilled yet.
So how about we just pick all the people on that list, right?
Okay.
Whoops,
so this person is a child.
Oh, so maybe not the child.
Yeah, but for example,
how do you know it's a child?
Because all their jobs are in red. There's no child labor.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
But Aglete, is that a nickname?
I don't think. Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, Aglete can be also.
That was a person in the chat. I don't recognize that person because I don't know everyone.
Can I check something actually?
No.
Can I check
what do you want?
I just want to check the labors here because. Aglete is the glazer.
Oh, maybe.
You know, maybe instead of skill levels, we should be assigned labors. Because, for example, Iteb here is not assigned to any labors, so they can be safely made into.
Okay. Who?
Iteb Bufu Tata.
Iteb.
Wait, is that the? Who is that?
Clerk.
Clerk. Yeah, I guess we don't care, right?
I don't know, because I don't know what the clerk does.
I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. It's like, this is why you have to use Dwarf Therapist, right? Because you have to, like, look at all their skills and be like, oh, should you be a Marks Dwarf, or should I make you the, should the expedition leader be different than the bookkeeper, because we have a clerk now, and the clerk can do the bookkeeping while the expedition leader does something else, and blah blah blah. You're just going through it.
I'm just putting people in the squad because this is too much for me.
Yeah.
Cook, we already have a cook. What's a bone carver? We don't need a bone carver.
We have bones. You like recycling. We have muscle shells.
It's not bones.
I think the bone carver does stuff with the muscle.
Those are not bones.
Yeah.
We don't. There's more people. Bone carver, we don't need it. Okay, so this is my squad.
Sure. So, go back to military. Alerts.
What's that?
Okay, so there's alerts and there are squads. And each squad is given an alert. And right now there's 2 alerts. There's inactive and training. The alerts can also be given for your entire civilization. So for example, your entire civilization right now is inactive.
Okay.
Which is what we want. But what we want is we want your squads to be active and trained. No, you don't want your civilization to be. Yeah. We want your... So if you go in inactive, you see that your squad has an A next to it. But if you go in active...
Is the squad named the trades of the council?
You can change that. Go back to the left. If you go down, see, it's not active. So now go to the right and press enter.
This is extremely unintuitive.
It's extremely bad interface design. This is Dwarf Fortress.
Why is it like that?
Rename your squad. Name squad. M.
What? No name generator on this one?
Doesn't look like it. You can just name it.
I don't know.
Let's just call it like protect and attack. Very good. Okay. So now they're active and they're set to train. But they are Marks Dwarves.
Oops. But they don't have a training place.
So they need a firing range. They need to make a room next to your barracks. Where they can train.
Okay, so...
Or you can make it inside your barrack also.
Well, I mean, I want them to be able to sleep.
Sure.
The noise of the training will be too much. Oh no, Grey Dog been found dead or something.
Really?
Something.
There's lots of messages. Lots of people are visiting. What the hell? This is the most popular fortress ever.
More than yours?
The last fortress I did, I made an amazing tavern and got 0 visitors. I think I was too far away or something.
Maybe.
Okay. Press.
Got a prime location.
Yeah. So press. Select your barracks because there's things we need to save for your barracks.
How?
Which bed did you define your barracks out of?
This
Yeah.
one?
So we can set protect and attack. Sleep. Z. There you go. And then individual equipment and squad equipment.
What?
That just means they're gonna put their equipment in there.
Oh, so should I bring a chest?
Yeah. You. Also, for squad equipment. Not sure what the difference is, but just be safe.
Okay.
We don't have to set them to train there because they'll have a room for training.
We'll give them a chest.
Maybe you want to put a door on that thing also. Chest is H, I think.
Container H? What you doing?
Looking for my phone.
Those are my keys. I don't know where your phone is.
Oh, it's here. Right. I guess that brew drink thing. The whole brewing drink thing is kind of spamming us with messages. Maybe setting it to 1 wasn't. You say a dog died?
At some point.
No, it will be in dead/missing, but I don't see it.
A lot of people are listening to poetry.
Yeah, let's look at the poetry. Who's reciting poetry? Let's look at view activity.
Diane is
Diane the Punk is reciting poetry. The performance is at the second line. Lowness.
How long are lines of poetry?
I don't know. Lowness's standard is an example of the meandering lessons. That's like the style, I think, of poetry. The work has no particular subject. The writing is as vicious as can be. Overall, the poetry is very, very bad.
Oh no!
The meandering lessons is a poetic narrative intended to express pleasure with the past, originating in the respectful confederacy. The rules of the form are applied by poets to produce individual poems which can be recited. The poem is a single couplet. Every line of the poem has an initial caesura. The ending of each line of the poem shares the same rhyme. The second line of the couplet must expand the idea of the first line. The first line has 10 syllables. The second line has 3 syllables.
You'd think it wouldn't be a very long poem.
Yeah. So people have taken the procedurally generated music and then actually played it and stuff, and you can find tracks on the internet.
And what does that sound like?
Sounds like weird dwarf music. You must expand the idea in 3 syllables.
How do you do that? It's like even a haiku is easier.
This is maybe why
I can do a haiku. This shit is.
Well, he did say it was very, very bad. Your whole fortress is listening to it, though. They're not gonna be happy about that.
I mean, they don't have to listen.
Okay, what were we doing? Oh yeah, building archery ranges.
Little bad.
Sure. This is a cool fortress. So far, nothing bad has happened. I think it's not really prepared for anything bad happening yet, but we're gonna have some soldiers. Eventually, you might want to also add a kind of way of closing off the front door, with a kind of drawbridge or something, because doors can easily be broken by big things. But losing is fun, you know.
My dwarves are gonna be happy. Okay.
Yeah, do you wanna build a archery range?
Archery range. Do I need to do that in there?
No, oh no, it's just, no, actually, it's just built out of blocks or something. I'm not sure what it gets built of, but it's like, just B. Where is it? Practice target, archery target. Capital A. You can put a bunch of them like on one end of the room or something. Yeah, you build them out of blocks.
Okay.
Rocks.
Need to be separate.
Sure.
Just
It's okay if they're close together. It doesn't matter. And you can put the ammunition stockpile on the other end of the room.
ammo Z. And then we have to make ammo.
Yeah. Actually, go in your military view for the squads and stuff. F for ammunition. So the hunters are being assigned 100 bolts. You want to have hunters?
Oh, do I want to have hunters?
Well, because right now we don't have a lot of bolts, so maybe we should just have all the bolts go to the military and not have hunters. So if you go right, and you can just, I think, remove this D, so the hunters have no animation. Oh, then for them here, so right now they have just 250 bolts assigned to them, but maybe what you want to do is have the metal bolts be assigned for like combat, and the wooden and bone bolts be assigned for training, so that they don't waste the good bolts and they use.
Baffled that there's a
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
or you can leave it like that, but then they'll kind of use.
what are the bolts right now? It doesn't say if they're wooden or metal.
So that's the problem. So go right. Here you can change material, and you can set like metal, for example. But then you can press capital T, and so they won't be used in training. But now you can add a new item for the bone bolts and the metal and the wooden bolts. Oh no, you left. You went into alerts. Go back to ammunition. F. Protect and attack. Right. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, it's oh, okay. There you go. So those bolts you can set, you can remove using combat.
But should I not set the material?
Yeah, set the material, like wood, for example. Remove using combat, and so it's gonna use the wood bolts to train.
Okay.
And you can make some wood bolts, and then they'll train, and they'll become good at being mark stars. Which, I'm sad to say, has nothing to do with Karl Marx. It's just like a Marx dwarf.
Marksman, Marx Dwarf. I know how English works. We make more bolts.
Yeah, make some wooden bolts, you know, for them to train.
How many?
Like 100. Whoa, that's a lot.
That gonna use a lot of wood?
Yeah, that's the issue. That's
Okay.
so your square is gonna train up.
Oh, we have statues. We should put them somewhere.
Oh yeah, put them in the dining room. Also, we can look at what they are.
Oh yeah.
So if you press enter and then V, this just tells you where the statue is.
Masterful dire statue
Created
of
by Dr.
Active
Hospital.
Finclasp. Created by Dr. Hospital. Image of the dwarf of Coach blah blah. Oh my god. It's too much.
Atir, Finclas the Dwarf, and Fokash Crumbled Cavern, the Tears of Forking, the Forgotten Beast. So it's a dwarf and a Forgotten Beast. And the Forgotten Beast is striking dwarf down the dwarf. The artwork relates to the killing of the dwarf by the Forgotten Beast's Crumbled Caverns in arch color in midsummer of 202 during the rampage of the Forgotten Beast, Fokash Crumbled Caverns.
Okay. Are they all different statues?
So Forgotten Beasts are one of the things that you need to be worried about. This dwarf is trying to warn you. They're all different.
Oh, we have a statue of Belladon.
Yeah, let's look at what it's about. Wait, what is it called?
I don't. You select it. No,
Yeah,
description.
Description.
Well-crafted dire statue of Belladante Net Fleshy. Is that the name of the statue?
It looks like it.
Of Bellad. Oh, because the Belladante Net Fleshy, the dwarf and hamsters and diorite.
Oh no, Netfresh is just Belladante.
Because Belladante is the nickname.
Belladante is surrounded by the hamsters. Belladante looks terrified.
Belladante is looking at squirrels, terrified. Hamsters.
Surrounded.
Wait, so I didn't specify that.
No, that's the dwarf that got creative.
But I told him a statue of Belladante, I think, no?
I think you just said make a statue, no?
Oh, maybe.
But I think you told them to make one, but I forgot what it was about.
Oh, yeah, no, one is Lulumar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, small, adorable
But if you look
rodents.
at Belladante, like, she might actually be terrified of hamsters. Like, that might be what it's...
So, the question now is, does she like the statue?
Well, I guess the statue hasn't really been put on display yet, right? So...
Well, but she's in the statue's in the stockpile. Maybe someone seen it, right? I don't. This needs a search.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where the statue would be mentioned in there.
She is distracted after being unable to pray to Abad. That's why we need temples.
Oh. Okay, so...
Yeah, we have a statue of the giant alligator too. We can put those in the, in the dining room.
So I guess in the corners?
Yeah, dwarfs will only get thoughts about stuff that is used in buildings. When it's a stockpile, they don't look at it.
Oh, okay.
You've got a drake.
Statue...
Which is a male duck.
What?
Drake. Male duck.
Oh.
I think you had a duckling in it.
Do I pick the statue?
I think if you press X, it expands the list. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a statue of Abad.
Oh, the god that Belladante
If we put the statue here, does that help?
Well, it probably will help more if you put it in the temple.
We don't have a temple
Which you don't have yet, yeah.
to make. Well, I'll keep that statue aside.
You can also look at, like, who Abbot is.
So where is the dancing floor?
Yeah, I think maybe, like, dancing floor. It's whatever the largest rectangle is. So maybe it's like this rectangle. So if you keep things away from this.
Just put a statue here. This one. Whoops. That was that, bud.
Yeah. You didn't put Belladante.
No, I meant to put the other one because do I remove this?
Yeah, so if you escape out, Q and then X. You wanna look at who Abbott is?
Um,
So you can check it with Beladentes. Go see Beladente. Oh, we got a trader. And then if you go to relationships, or yeah, we have a pasture already.
yeah, we made one earlier.
At the top of the
View. Abad is the deity of the quarters of Hyde.
Abbott most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with death, war, fortresses, wealth, and jewels.
Well,
And then it tells you, because Abbott actually does things, right?
okay, so far it's just a lot of worship.
No, it also did something to a tortoise at the beginning of time. Raised the tortoise brute. Aided the mongoose demon in becoming a permanent part of the living world.
Okay.
So you might actually find those demons. It's a test from Abbott. Yeah, it must have been Severity was authored by the elf in order to glorify Abbott. There's books about Abbott. But yeah, sometimes they will create evil things. Sometimes they'll give people the secrets of life and death. Sometimes they'll curse people. So for example, let's say you had put up the statue of Abbott in your bar, and you had given one of the dwarves as a bartender, and that dwarf was very enthusiastically feeding alcohol to a dwarf, and that dwarf got drunk and started a fight and ended up bumping into the statue and breaking the statue. That dwarf could then get cursed by that god as a punishment for desecrating the statue. So your temples and stuff, you need to be careful, right? Because
There's goat and water buffalo in my tavern. Do we need to move the animals from the migrants? How did we move the animals again? Remind me how we moved the animals.
because we got new animals and we forgot to add them.
Okay.
So if you press I and go to where the thing is, yeah, and then capital N. Yeah, I had that happen. A dwarf became a rare creature because they toppled a statue of a god.
Piglet, any buffalo probably?
Yeah. And the alpaca and the reindeer. Don't know what a cavy is as well. Alpaca.
Cavi.
There's a piglet too.
Should the piglet go there? What's a guinea cock?
That's just a bird.
The alcapa. What's a poult?
I think that's sort of bird too.
Guinea pig. That fine?
Yeah, probably grazer. I mean, there's no problem with putting animals there. Just So at least now next week. Oh well, they're starving, but they're getting moved right now, so that's okay. Next week when I won't be there.
Oh, it's been 30 minutes.
And you're attacked by some horrible.
Okay, I don't know why you keep saying something about getting attacked. That's not happening.
You'll have a squad.
It's not happening.
You know how to set the squad to kill something, right?
We're not. No.
Okay.
Wait, you told me that last time.
Yeah. No, it's not there.
How is it?
It's S. And then select the squad, and then you can say K for attack. And then you just select what you want. Right now.
So we select something with the cursor? Or?
Yeah.
Like if I were to do.
You can't do it on friendly things.
So hold on, I need to make these into bedrooms. Alright, well, I think this is going to be the end of the stream because I'm getting pretty tired. But thank you for watching, y'all. I hope that wasn't too boring or,
What are you talking about?
Well,
This
you
is
know,
super exciting.
nothing horrible
We learned
happened.
about Abad, the great Abad. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Abad. Maybe we should put Abad in the office.
Or we should build a waterfall temple to Abad.
Build a waterfall temple. But if we build near the waterfall, isn't it gonna like flood
No.
the place with water?
We'll build slightly above the waterfall so that the mist comes. Because remember, it's the mist. That's good.
Right. I think what I'm gonna do is because I want my space.
I
To
got married
be-
and had a kid, so that's something.
Yeah, there you go.
Your kid's gonna grow up to be a great member of this fortress.
a great member of this dwarven society.
Your kid is gonna get a nickname next week,
Maybe we'll
based on a streamer, on a chat person,
on a viewer. It's called.
viewers.
Oh wait, is it dangerous what I'm doing?
Why?
No, because Avens? No.
Well, Kivins are disabled right now, so.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think it would be anymore.
Right. I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be no. This is just gonna be a whole bunch because we need more rooms for all the dwarves.
And this isn't dangerous, but it's inefficient.
What do you mean inefficient?
Because the dwarf that lives there has to go
Okay.
like all the
You
way.
know what? You know what? Hold on. It's gonna be very efficient.
There you go. There you go.
Look. We're gonna put a corridor here.
That was what I was pointing out.
There you go.
Very good.
Yeah, it's getting late, so I think I'm gonna kick you out of my apartment. I would like to note that despite me inviting you gracefully in my home,
You didn't fold your laundry.
you did not fold my laundry. Which I find very disrespectful. But I will let that pass for once. Do you have? I imagine you had dinner before coming here. I was thinking we should just like get pizza.
No, we can do that next time.
Well, we'll see if you can. Because if you can't make it next time, I'll just have to do things on my own. I'll have to ask for help.
I
from
really
the
like that
chat,
idea,
or-
though. Like, I think it's gonna be fun. And then when I come back after that, you know, it will be like, what's new and what do I have to help you fix?
But okay, what if the whole fortress collapsed and there's nothing left?
I doubt it.
Doubt it. It doesn't collapse that fast.
Well, because even if it collapses, it takes a while before it like fully collapses. Like you can end up with like fortress full of like monsters and piles of bodies and stuff, but there's always like one or two survivors. You know.
Okay.
stragglers.
Well, that's fair, I suppose.
But I achieved what I think was necessary, which is you have a squad. So if you get attacked by something,
So, should I make a second squad at some point? Because I have enough bet. Can two squads be in the same barracks?
yeah. You can have all your squads in this.
Some
So-
migrants have
Oh,
arrived.
migrants.
Migrants!
So I think for the squads, you know what's important is that they get
More
trained.
people.
Mark dwarves are actually pretty good. Like having weapon dwarves is good too, but I don't think you have any weapons yet. But maybe some of the adventurers are gonna petition to join your fortress, and then you can recruit them into the army. We could have like a human swordsman or something. So that's a way of doing that. But yeah, I think what's important is that they're trained and that they.
So, hold on. It's when... I'm gonna remember to do this, like, right now.
Like you might want also like to go through like in dwarf therapist, like look at all your dwarves jobs and stuff. Because remember, if you have
How do I Edit this zone.
Oh, press capital N.
Oh, okay. Capital N.
Yeah, there's a lot of dwarves.
So, which ones? What's a gander?
The lamp you might wanna. Gander, I think, is like a male goose. Dwarf Fortress is great if you want to learn the names of stones.
Can I just put all the
Or
animals in
animals.
there? Frick.
Sure.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Not the cats, because I need the cats to be
Exactly.
hunting, but... Drake, sure. Rooster. Hen? Wait, what's a hen?
It's like the female chicken. Rooster is the male chicken.
Right, okay. The cats can stay outside. Yeah, cats, dog. The dog can stay outside too. Okay, let's go. Okay, I think we need to take a break because I'm gonna get too involved in like all of this.
No, Dwarf Fortress.
But yeah, we're gonna save the game right now before I start doing 50 more things to this fortress.
I like the idea of taking in like advice and suggestions from the chat next time when you're alone. I'm
Okay.
gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch your stream.
Like after the facts.
Yeah, probably.
Because if you're at work or something.
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, thank you all for watching. It was nice. It was nice to just build a fortress where everyone is nice. There's no crime.
There hasn't been a single death yet. It's kind of incredible.
I don't understand why this game is so hard. Apparently, like the first time we all died, but that was because we built in a high savage blade. Like they were alligators. So okay, that was a bad place to start. But we found a good place. When you find a good place,
It is a very good place. It even has a waterfall.
if it's a good place, then there's no problem, right?
Well,
There's nothing to
mean,
attack you.
keep digging down, and also, you know, maybe like don't like. Well, yeah. Things can also come from the surface, is what I'll say.
Well, apparently we have a lot of human and elvish neighbors, so I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's true.
they're keeping
That's true.
the bad stuff away.
Maybe, you know, if you wanted to be safe, maybe you could build like there are like drawbridges that you can link with like mechanisms. And like,
Sounds complicated.
yeah, but you know how your fortress is like a hole in the ground?
Right.
Probably want some kind of drawbridge that can just be like a lid. You can like activate the lever to just close it.
You can do that.
Yeah.
But doesn't that take some time to go out and... Okay.
Well, there's a lever, right? So you can have a lever inside your fortress and have it be connected to the drawbridge.
The dwarves know how to handle it?
Yeah. It's like you need a mechanic dwarf and you need a lever.
And that's all he does all day?
Well, I mean, no, he builds mechanisms and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But like you only need to activate the lever. When yeah, you can mark the levers. If you don't mark them,
That sounds complicated. You'll tell me that next time.
Yeah, I'll tell you that next time.
You know what?
Hopefully you don't get attacked by a surface monster. Or you might. And you might survive it. Remember, if you send your squad to something and they all die, you can also recruit all the other dwarves into squads and send them too.
That sounds fun. So, yeah, you know...
Like last time with the crocodile, that went well.
I think...
We just sent the whole fortress.
How should we...
And we thought that we were winning because the alligator was unconscious.
Oh, wait, no, I closed this. I wanted to load something, but no, never mind.
Oh, the portraits?
Yeah, no, it's... We already closed the game. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's the wrong closing screen. Oh well, that's my prey art. I'll fix that another day.
Happened.
It's just the wrong art. It's fine.